what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cinema Crisis. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. It's your boy Buckmeister, twice the nice that you are used to. Show Blimps, and I am here with Mr. Extraordinary, and I'm here with Mr. Rob Sibekor. We have not shot one of these in a while, so it's good to see you guys. How are you guys doing?
Good, good, good,
All
good.
right, all right, all right. So, oh, ow.
It's fine. I was letting it go. I was going with the flow. I knew he was gonna correct. I knew he was gonna correct. But I was like, oh no, maybe he won't correct it. We'll just go.
The crisis event. Oh God. Anyway, I'm here with Mr. Rob Siveko of Jin's War, of Bludgeon Ball, of The Heist. These are books that you can find on Google Play for only $50 or less. Please make sure to go check those out. High quality writing for very, very cheap pricing. So please make sure to go get those. You can also find him on SQJ Pure on TikTok, SQJ Pure on YouTube, and you can also find him on African Frame. African Frame is where you'll see breakdowns of movies and commentary, stuff like this, but a little bit more structured. And you can also find him on Cinema Soda, where we play two games. We play Box Office Clash, where actually, let me start with Cinema Soda itself. We play Cinema Soda, where we look at a trailer for movies of the month, and then we see what those trailers are trying to tell us about the movie, and then we guess what those movies will do numbers-wise at the box office. And then we play Box Office Clash, where we see if our guesses were as good as, were on the money, basically. Pun intended. Same as the box office. We see how close we are to the box office, long story short. Mr. Extraordin is also owner of both of those channels. Rob calls with him there on Cinema Soda and African Frame. Mr. Extraordin also has Mr. Extraordin Faith. He also has May Brew. He also has Mzansi Nerds. It's too long a list. There's series in Tonton. There's Retro Mzansi, Global Retro Mzansi. Yes. Like if you listen carefully, man, you can hear that he's already started another channel called Retro Mzansi Shoes. What's that? He's opened 2 restaurants. Ha!
Yeah,
Mr. Golden Chicken. That guy, you turn around like you turn around for 2 seconds and he's already started 4 businesses, and you're like, when did you have the time? Anyway, and then last but even Jarvis will be like, overload, chief. Because you're gonna get South African Jarvis. South African Jarvis is gonna strike. House. There's no more RAM. House. One. Turn us off. Anyway. And then last but not least is me, Buckmeister Cool, from Meister Geek Media and Buckmeister Cool Reacts and Meister Man Music. Those are my 3 YouTube channels. You can go check those out and subscribe and all of that good stuff. Recast the Child campaign still ongoing. Yes. It hasn't stopped. Please make sure to go check out Black Panther versus the Super Skrull, which is now sitting at 14,600 views. We are 400 shy of 15K. So please go check that out, run those numbers up and all of that wonderful stuff. The channel is growing. I'm sitting on 777 subscribers, which is nice. Welcome all you new people. I don't know where you're coming from because my analytics is dollaring me dizzy, but hey, they won't look a gift horse in the mouth. You can again, you can check out Buckmeister Cool. You can check out Meister Man Music for my music. You can follow me at Buckmeister Cool on Twitter, everywhere, all my social media. It's Buckmeister Cool. You'll find me. All right, let's talk about Super Mario Galaxy.
Ayo. All right, I guess that's me.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess we're gonna try and be a little bit more free, but also kind of have fun with this. So let's just go with the opening. I thought, am I the only person who sometimes when you see
in a distant land?
Yeah, am I the only person who when you see something cliche, you feel like you didn't watch anything? Like, okay, so she turns out she's got this thing, random thing shows up. She's got all these powers. She whips out this one, she's whipping ass, and then of course it goes off to something else. I'm like, this is the first scene, and they're doing the end of Avatar right now. It's like, holy cow. And then she gets kidnapped, and the whole kidnap thing, I feel
I
like
mean,
the
look,
first movie
first
did
off
it
and
better.
foremost, before we even do that, I think first
Yeah.
off and foremost, we didn't need a recap of Super Mario Brothers, the first movie. Because that's
Yeah.
just the opening. It's just there once was a princess. No, we know.
Yeah.
I guess this is why it's made for kids, because maybe kids forgot. I don't know. Uh,
This is made for the mentally
I was
ill.
not. I was.
Um,
I was not. I was not. I was like, I don't need this. Like we
yeah,
don't. We saw the first movie.
yes.
Everybody who's here for Super Mario Galaxy has probably seen Super Mario.
Exactly. And the beats, just the beats themselves. I'm just like,
Mm.
oh God, okay, random robot thing. Okay. Eventually she gets captured. But luckily I thought it was interesting that that now there's a different bad guy. It's Bowser's son. We've done this before but those are normally in comedies, and this is a comedy, so it's fine.
Who?
With the overly
Who's the
competent.
mama? Who's the like? I was like Bowser Jr. When did
Yeah,
this happen? I was like,
that
wait.
did bring up
And then
interesting questions.
I actually tried to search it up. Apparently, it might be Bowser just made him, so Bowser can like reproduce asexually or something. And now I'm extra confused.
It's like, then what's with the peach thirst? I'm very confused.
Exactly. Like if you can just do that, like if you can just pop babies out like Cell in the Cell games with Cell Juniors, what was Peach about? Also, side note, we'll get to it, but I just want to say up top, I hate Bowser's arc in this movie. I hate it so much. But anyway,
I think
Yeah, same.
actually it's weird. Let's put it like that. I'll just say it's weird for now. Um, Otherwise, again, one could argue the art design for this opening is, of course, great. They've outdone themselves a lot of this
oh my
physical action
god.
beats. But
The art
again,
is a lot
nothing.
better.
Hmm?
Is a lot better. No, the art
Yeah,
is a lot better.
I'm mad at
definitely.
these writers. I'm so mad at these writers. I'm like, the artists are putting their heart and soul. Like
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure like somebody contracted arthritis in the making of this movie. Like they
Oh
can't
yeah.
use
Nah.
their hands properly anymore. And these guys
Uh,
wrote garbage for all of this beautiful art direction.
ex- exactly. I think just crazy work being done. But you know what? It's a short scene. It doesn't overstay its welcome, at least. It gets things done, it sets things up. And then you think, because again, we talked about the last movie being late for a meeting. So that's the impression you'd think you'd get for this one with the way it starts. Exact opposite. This movie feels like you guys can take your time as we jump to the next scene, which I believe is the Yoshi scene, I believe. With the high speed racing, you see Mario looking like a
It,
badass.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
brings up so many questions. Do you guys get paid? And
What do
like
you
I
mean?
thought, like no, because they got contracted to fix a plumbing issue. I'm like, how? I thought first off, I thought you guys worked for the Toad Kingdom, which I'm tired of the Toad Kingdom being useless. This is one of my
Hmm.
biggest critiques of this thing. I don't understand how that Toad Kingdom functions. I don't understand how it's standing. But anyway,
How is she even a princess? Like, what are her duties as a princess?
no,
Like,
forget her duties as a princess because she's practically everything. She's the military. Oh, what do these other bras do? They just sit around in a
Literally
room and run
nothing.
around and yell. The princess can't leave. That's all they do. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's keep focused. What I'm trying to say is like Mario and them got called because there was a piping problem. So my question is these people
Pause.
who are calling them? Okay.
I'm joking. Yeah, carry on.
I'm saying these people who are calling them to fix the plumbing or the piping or whatever the hell are like, is that their job now in this weird world?
Well, that's my headcanon. My headcanon is their business on Earth failed, which is why King Kong is still there. But for some reason their business on in Thingamajiggy keeps going, except they never actually fix any pipes, and pipes aren't pipes here. They're teleportation devices. So how are they
And
fixing pipes?
no money exchanges hands. Like after they've solved the problem of Yoshi, they just leave. And I'm
Pay
like,
taxes, bro.
what is happening? And look, I know somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, it's a kid movie. You guys are thinking about this too much." No, they introduced this shit. They said that we were called for a piping problem, so I'm assuming that some sort of transaction has to take place, or they are just
No, but
plumbing from the
if you
goodness
I
of
notice,
their
Toad
heart.
Kingdom is very rich. Like Toad Kingdom is moneyed, bro.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
true.
So
so because
I
they don't
think they
hire
have
no one
salaries.
that can protect that freaking castle.
I don't think they work.
Anytime.
I don't think they work. They get paid per job. I think they get monthly salaries. Those guys.
Okay. Anyway, let's keep
Well,
going.
yeah, I think it's a government thing. Like the government pays them, like whatever these electricity people. And clearly they're useless because they don't fix anything. You never see him fix anything, just pulls Yoshi out. And we meet this random character
Like, was
who
Yoshi the blockage?
I
He
don't even
was
know actually.
because he
How?
was in the pipe.
Yeah, but
You
he
remember he
wasn't
was in the
blocking it.
pipe.
The pipe is bigger than him. How is he blocking anything? What's he blocking? Even the
He's
rocks
stuck
around
in
him are
there.
dry. Huh?
He was stuck in
Okay.
there.
No, he wasn't
Not
he?
really stuck, but he was living in there. I don't know. Wait,
But
Look,
what is he?
Yoshi. The introduction of Yoshi to me, they shouldn't have like they over explained themselves. It was a bad way to do this. Like they should have
Yeah,
just dropped Yoshi from beginning. Yoshi should have
yeah,
just been there. He's just a new pet of Mario's, or he's
I
just
actually
like
agree.
something Mario found, and they just roll with it. Because I think
Yeah,
the one thing this movie makes the mistake of, it keeps trying to over explain concepts that it shouldn't. We know it's a game. Just accept your gaminess. Don't explain that stuff. I mean, if you were going to explain something, Bowser Jr. is the thing to explain.
yeah. Well,
But
because of
anyway,
the mechanics of it. But yes, I think
yeah.
for me,
But anyway,
well, I think the issue is different because for me, it's not just about the whole for me, it's clearly important to them that they have a Yoshi. If you're not a Mario fan, it means nothing to you. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like, okay, but why are we spending minutes with dude over here? It took us 3 seconds to get to what's the other Toad's name? Is it just Toad?
yeah, it's just Toad,
Yeah,
which
it
doesn't
took
make
us three
sense because
seconds.
what's the other people called? But anyway, no.
Yeah,
But I'm
it made
saying,
it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they should have just dropped him. Just be like,
Yes,
yeah, Yoshi's a thing now.
yes. But yes, it took 3 seconds in the last movie. This one is taking way longer. I will say this, the little montage of theirs, I straight up laughed my ass off. I thought that was the only funny part of the entire movie. When he goes to the dinosaur thing and he bumps it over and it cuts immediately to him being chased by him getting like 5 stars in GTA. I thought that was funny. I genuinely thought that was hilarious. I
I
had
was
fun
like,
with that.
because
Now it's
because
nonsensical,
my thing
but it's
I,
a joke.
because my thing is, yeah, but my thing is that they were already chasing Donkey Kong. Like already Donkey Kong had the GTA level thing, and we didn't even see what Donkey Kong did. I mean,
Hmm.
he's basically a cameo in this,
Yeah,
or whatever. But
yeah.
what I'm saying is that if they were already high alert on Donkey Kong, why were they just have both worlds integrated at this point? Like just Yoshi is just cool to walk around and stuff, and put
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
people
was
because nobody
odd.
was panicking. Nobody
Yeah.
was panicking. Everybody was just minding their business. Oh, okay, there's Yoshi there, and
also
he's
like
Well, at
super
least
breaking
cool.
an
until they bumped
exhibit.
the
And I'm
dinosaur.
saying, breaking the exhibit and the entire police force is after you like you're a terrorist.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
but
was
anyway,
funny. That was so ridiculous. It was funny. So to me, it felt like a lot of work for one joke. That was ridiculous.
yeah.
That was like 10 minute scene.
No, I don't understand if Illumination is not taking this project as seriously as they do their own projects, or if they're sort of working with Nintendo and Nintendo is micromanaging everything to such an extent that Illumination just feels like, okay, the best we can do is just do the animation, but they're the ones that are in charge. So fuck, let's just give them carte blanche and take it from there.
I don't
Because
know. They went.
it doesn't feel like animation wise. I still think this is better than Illumination stuff, but
Mm,
story wise, I just feel like Illumination, even though it's not like Illumination is not like the best writers. They're not the best writers in the world, but their stuff flows better.
mm.
You know what I mean?
Wait, which?
It
It's like,
Okay,
just
how
what
did
flows
makes that?
better than
Despicable,
Marvel.
how did Despicable
So
Me make the
Despicable
same?
One,
Like,
three.
exactly. How are they from the same
Despicable
company?
2
What's
was
going
not
on?
that great.
No, no, I'm not
But
talking
it wasn't
about.
this.
Yeah, but it
Okay.
flows better, even if it's not great. But there's a flow to it
Yeah. This
that
is not
was
even Chat
better than
GPT. Yeah.
the Mario movie.
I think
Right.
it's micromanaging because to me I think I'm leaning more toward because to me it's either they chuck this into Chat GPT with the laziness, like you said, but more likely they said, okay, Yoshi needs to be in this. He needs 5 minutes of screen time. Um, Nintendo just gave us 500. Star Fox is making a new game, so please let's get their name in there. We need some of the star characters, even though they were there in the last movie. Do you know what I mean? It feels like a checklist was being filled.
They should have just made Yoshi that other princess's thing, and
Mm,
then he falls in love with, and
yeah,
he ends up with these guys after that whole invasion. That would have made more sense to me.
yeah. And
I
how
don't
the
think they
fu
needed to explain it. Like if Yoshi just dropped and Yoshi was there and it's just a pet that they picked up during their adventures, it would have been smoother because again, like if you just need things to show up, because that's what this movie does. If you just need things to show up, just let them show up.
Yeah, because in a way that makes sense. Like the whole bee planet, that makes no flipping sense. Just let it show up. They let it show up. We were fine. Whatever. I think that's right. I think that's fine. But they didn't. They were like, no, guys, he's a dinosaur. That matters, guys. It matters that he's a dinosaur. I'm like, oh, okay, if you insist. But anyway, the scene overstays its welcome. The whole thing took really long, but then
Wait, sorry,
finally we get to leave.
who was which studio did Jurassic Park again?
Is it?
ALM,
I think it's
ALM.
Universal. Is it not Universal? I think it's
I'm pretty
Universal.
well, I mean,
Because
the
I
studio
remember,
is Universal, but I think the people that did the CGI was but
Okay, well,
yes, it's Universal, the
anyway,
entire
that's
company.
just
Yeah.
just note that for later. Also,
Yeah.
like, did you notice that they did the whole the hand scene with Mario and Yoshi? I was like, really? Yoshi is blue now?
Yeah, it
What was
made
that for?
they were just doing stuff again, filling in the checklist. You got to do things, I guess.
No, but I'm like, did Universal say, "Hey, Chris Pratt is voicing Mario right now, so we're gonna need this Jurassic Park scene for 2 seconds? Thanks."
Yeah,
Why? Anyway,
because they've been reading memes. Like for
yeah,
example, the whole fire thing. I have no, we'll talk about it later. So anyway, we move on from there. We then jump. I believe it is the next scene is straight to Princess Peach.
yeah.
Well, no, they go back to they go back to Princess Peach, and Princess Peach like it's my birthday. I don't actually know anything. I don't know my family. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
And then they give her the umbrella, not just a umbrella, the umbrella, because of course
How the hell did he make that? Okay, but I guess cartoon logic doesn't matter. Never
hey,
mind.
dude,
Moving on.
salary, I guess, when he gets paid for from the using his check. I don't know. Um, so then they yeah, so they go into this whole thing with Mario dating thing. Okay, it was terrible in the last movie. It's not great in this one, but it seems to have a result. I'm actually
what was
surprised.
terrible?
The
No,
romance angle.
the reason why it was terrible in the last one is because they needed romance commentators, which is like we can see what's happening.
Yeah,
Anybody with
Yeah.
eyeballs can understand what's going on.
yeah.
This one, at least there's no romance commentary, so it makes it more like acceptable. But I think the thing
Oh,
is to get them to where they get to, it's too convoluted.
Luigi
Yeah.
says romance commentary stuff at least twice, bro. Again,
Yeah,
not
but
as
I'm
bad as the
saying
first
he's
movie.
yeah, but what I'm saying is like he's not in the same scene as Peach and Mario to be like, hey, you guys will be dating. He can't date a princess.
Fair.
It's like,
It's yeah, fair. Still cringe, but no, fair point.
oh no,
But
no, no. I
still,
mean, I agree with you. I just think it's
yeah,
slightly better than the last
yes.
one.
And then they do the whole star thing, and I'm like, this could have lasted 10, 15 seconds.
Oh
Instead,
yeah.
it's almost a minute. You know, with the stars flying across. And I'm like,
Mm,
why is this taking so long? Why are things taking long in this movie? Like, do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, does anyone else, like, it feels like everything is overstaying its welcome. I was very frustrated with this movie. There are things I do like, but there are things that just frustrate me about this movie. So anyway, the stars come in, and then Peach is like, I need you to look after the kingdom. What the hell does that mean? We'll find out. And then she just bounces. And you can tell that it's so funny.
No,
With the
first off, what
romance,
was the
yeah.
point of the council? Like, this is the thing that I don't understand about Toad Kingdom. It does not make sense to me. Other people have, like, the Queen Bee when we see her. We'll talk about it when we get there. But okay, let me not even do spoilers or go far ahead. Bowser. Bowser has a kingdom, right? He made that kingdom
Mm-hmm.
by himself. We
Mm-hmm.
find out or whatever. He has henchmen. He has
Mm-hmm.
soldiers. He has guards. He has sentries and people who man the cannons and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Peach is the military of Toad Kingdom. Peach is everything. Like she's the police. She's the I don't understand how Toad Kingdom because the Toads can't do anything. And you can't tell me that the Toads can't do anything because Toad, the guy who roams with us, he boxes. He's busy. He does things. So why are
Yep.
these other Toads not doing anything?
Yeah. And
They're like the Jonin in Konoha that don't
Don't
have names.
insult the Jonin of Konoha because at least they go out to box and die. These guys
yeah,
do nothing.
immediately. It's worse. It's the Anbu of Kohana. Even
No,
worse
the
than the Jonan.
Anbu, no, the Anbu try. You guys, you can't insult the Anbu and the Jonin because when things go down, what like we're gonna get to it, but when things go down, these guys crumble every time. In the first movie, when Bowser invades, she's like, "All of you evacuate." I was like, "Evacuate." What these guys trying to box Mario because Mario was trying to see you? What do they do? Shouldn't they be upfront with you?
Like, at least eat the flowers or something. You know what I mean?
Something.
Something. This, but nothing. Now, fair enough. That is a
Uh,
thing that
I mean,
happens.
those people just seem like they're more interested in just feeding Peach and
they
just
have to because
existing.
she's their only line of defense. I don't understand how this kingdom survived because how are you guys still a kingdom when before Peach got there?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sure she must have made the kingdom herself. Who knows?
I'm like,
But
no. And I know somebody gonna be like, oh, kids movie. No. If Bowser can have a kingdom that has warriors and soldiers, Toad Kingdom should be able to defend itself. This is
But
basic
also
logic.
this is why I'm saying that I think there was a lot of interference from Nintendo because there's no way. It's just that I wish there's this podcast called what is this? I forgot the name now. I think I send you guys links sometimes. They explain the production process. I genuinely think that there was a lot of interference because even Minions movies have a better flow than Mario. Minions
mm,
movies where the minions don't speak makes more sense and has a better flow than a Mario movie.
it's
So
Okay. Anyway, let's
yeah, it's
keep
a
going.
lot. Yes.
yeah,
So yeah. So yes, so okay, now you guys, I forgot to mention that whole like with Rosa getting re-kid, like Rosa breaks free, the star goes.
Oh,
That was
and
a close
okay, we
section,
gotta put
yes.
a pin in that. I was mad. You mean to tell me you could have done that the entire time, and you chose when you were in the heart of the enemy camp to do that now?
yeah, but that's also another trope
I
that they like
hate that.
doing.
I hate that trope
These
so much.
superpowered people like those type of tropes. They're like, okay, Green Lantern, you could have used your ring this entire time, but you chose not to. You know what I mean? Or Superman,
Mm.
you could have used Superman, but you chose not to. You know what I mean?
You've been
That's that's just
like
all
you
the
were getting
time.
kidnapped. Like things are bad. You could have escaped whenever you wanted, and you waited to be in the heart of the enemy to be like, "I will escape now. Go." No, if you can do that, do that. Just do it. Do it when he's holding
Or
you
you
as a
only show a
robot.
bit of effort once the main character pops up. All of it. You've been kidnapped the whole day. The main character pops up. All of a sudden, you can, I don't know, wrestle your way out
Yeah,
of these
yeah,
giant
yeah,
ass
yeah,
niggas.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
These
yeah.
tropes
I'm
don't
just
make
like,
sense,
if you
dog.
were so like, because you fought so hard to not be kidnapped, if you can do, you just do it. But anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the whole thing happens. She gets kidnapped in a surprisingly weird scene. Yeah, where she gets like grabbed and like smothered in that weapon paint. And you're like, okay, interesting. But anyway, then we get the cliche, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? It's my birthday, blah blah. This isn't my actual birthday. I don't know where I'm from. Who am I? Who am I? Wachana yo. But anyway, yeah, they go through the whole thing. The star shows up and is like, hey, and then Mario is like, what's the word? What's a good word? I'm an ally. She needs to think this through, guys. Don't you tell her what to do. And like, yes, we get it. And then she's like, I'm gonna go.
but who
And she
are these guys? Are you the council? Are you the advisors? Who are? What do you do? Seriously, what do you guys do? Because you don't even
less than
check the
nothing.
map. You don't even check the map. You don't even say we have to go here, we have to go there. You did nothing in the last movie, and now you're not even advising her now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Peach doesn't listen to nobody. So what do you guys do? I don't
Yeah.
understand how this kingdom is standing. It's just so confusing.
They pay rent, bro. That's all they do. Um But
I
anyway, that's actually our inciting incident. That's what that's what ends the first act.
yeah.
Um,
I think one thing I just wanted to say is
mhm.
you can tell that they really tried hard not to make Princess Peach a damsel in distress. Like,
They worked,
and
yeah,
the reason I'm saying is the fact that she left without even saying goodbye to anybody and telling Mario that he's in charge just goes to show you that I don't need you, nigga. Like, I can
yeah.
do this by myself.
And
You know
remember,
what I
she
mean?
doesn't have a wand. She has kung fu at the best. What is she gonna do when she gets there? Like we've seen the
Which
enemy
is sort of
base.
contrary, isn't this sort of contrary to the game itself? Like, wasn't
Yeah,
like the first ever game of Mario that Mario is
yeah,
supposed to rescue the princess?
yes.
Look, we
But
we got through the first one and they already decided. My issue with that is like, look, if this is supposed to be the version of Peach that we're dealing with, right? My issue is that how come she's so super competent and it's only her? This is the thing that is very confusing to me. No other Toad can box the way she can box. Even Toad himself. It was the first time he met Peach as well. And he's like semi competent, but he can't do what she can do. She's the only one that can do it. Why?
because she's a star character, she's one of the Celestials. You heard the show, um, as it
No,
will be
but if she's
described
celestial,
later.
but she's using kung fu, so the toads can also just use kung fu. Anyway, and then also she puts Mario in charge, right? They
Hmm.
solved everything. What is this toad community? There's no police. There's no nothing. There's no security guards. Next, Mario and the company must run around the entire time.
Hey,
Ali
dog, it's a
three for
utopia.
a whole kingdom.
It's a utopia.
Utopia,
What can
my
we
foot.
say?
There were people. Utopia, my foot. There were bras breaking in there now, taking people's money like a bully at lunchtime. And then the other thing is, there's a wild dog running around. There's no CP. There's no SPCA. Next, I don't
But
Why
understand. How does Bowser have an entire army?
was he by himself? Like, dude, if Mario was not there, you would have been fish food. Like, why are you there by yourself?
None. No, but I'm saying Mario has to do it. There's no 911. There's no 10 111. Next,
Those things are there, man. If you remember the first movie, there was security guards. Like,
where are they? What do they do? Where did they
remember
go?
totally chess with them or something so that Mario can so that he can talk to the princess. The very first movie.
Yeah,
That's how
but
he
where
decided.
are they now?
I don't know, bro.
Where are they? Where did they go? And also in the first movie, they also disappear because when Bowser invades, Princess Peach is like, "We must evacuate the castle."
Those niggas are not there.
Right?
Yep.
Like that's what I'm saying. Mario, Luigi, and Peach. So basically, this is like the Sand Toad Kingdom is like it's like the Sand Village. If Gara, Tamari, and Kankuro are not there, these guys are defenseless.
They're cooked.
Okay.
But it wasn't there like a Central 46 of sorts in Toad Island, like in the first movie. Wasn't there like an old guy helping Mario or guiding him or something?
That's Toad.
No, not Toad, man. There was another character, I think.
In the first one,
Wasn't there?
With the
Yeah.
no,
with the backpack. That's Toad.
that was Donkey Kong's dad
No.
or whatever. That was
Oh,
Diddy
Donkey
Kong.
Kong's dad. Is that what he's talking about? Yes, that was
That's
Donkey
the only
Kong's
Kong
No.
I
dad.
remember.
The
No, no, I was not
monkey.
referring to that. I thought there was like an advisor type of
Nope.
mushroom.
It's the guy who says you can't leave. It's that guy. That's who you're
Oh,
talking about. It's the guy.
but
That's him who says you can't leave.
but that's his job is that he's just a you can't leave guy and they ignore him anyway. Like, what's his official position? I don't understand.
Yeah, it is
No,
very
Princess
frustrating.
Peach, you can't go. I'm going. Okay, that's it. All right,
Yep.
let's continue.
All right. So anyway, you were still going over. Yes. So yeah, Princess Peach goes on her mission, and then yeah. So Mario stays behind, and at first I was scared. So that's basically the inciting incident. That's everything getting started. So now Mario's left behind. We get to sit with him because it's his movies after all. Um, and he's at first I thought we were gonna get a full Incredibles moment, Incredibles 2, the bad one, where like Mario
It
has to
did feel,
struggle doing hmm?
it did feel like Incredibles 2, by the way. I was gonna say that. It
Yeah,
definitely did feel like.
where where he struggles doing a woman's work. Do you know what I mean? Running the kingdom, of course. And blah, 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 and luckily it doesn't last forever. Um I would say it's one of the few that doesn't truly overstay its welcome. It could have been shorter. But anyway, we finally meet our main character, and I was like, "Is this still Jack Black?" Because the voice, it feels like the voice is different throughout the whole movie. I was like hitting my headphones. I was like, "Is this still Jack Black?"
No,
But anyway,
Is it?
it does
Yeah.
sound like Jack
Did he?
Black still, but I think it's because Jack Black is a villain in this. That's how I felt like in the first movie when I watched it. I was like, I can tell that it's Jack Black, but it doesn't feel like Jack Black, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
just yeah, it does. But
Yeah, but
anyway, we
okay.
meet him.
Already this arc is weird. So we meet him in the castle, and he's painting and
Mm,
whatever, and he's painting Mario in a skull bone thing or whatever, which is, I guess, okay, ominous. But and then he's like, hey guys, I've turned a new leaf. I'm a good guy now. I'm like, why?
yeah, he seems to be lying at least. So
Yeah,
it
like
felt
no,
like
but like yeah, this is the thing. I thought he was lying, right? And
mm,
like
Yeah,
lying
he
badly
was
because
like,
then he was like, "I will suck your bones," and what, and
mm,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever. And I was like, okay, so he's just basically he's. I don't know why you guys are keeping him here and why you guys are keeping him in. Like, there's no security guards. He's not in a
yeah.
prison. He's in an action figure castle. I'm like, no, none of the toads are watching. Like, remember, this guy almost destroyed your entire kingdom in the last movie,
Mm,
and no one is watching him.
And it takes
in
one
fact,
touch
like,
to
you
bring him
know what
back to big size.
Also, the other thing is that whole hitting thing, right?
Hmm
Because I called plot hole. I was like, Bowser can't just flop on the ground and be big again.
He probably could have. Like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, that was
Like
an issue.
because in the first movie when Mario fell down, he lost the powers
Yeah,
of the mushroom.
yeah,
So if that's the case, can't Bowser just swan dive out of the castle and then be
yeah.
big again?
I thought this man specifically had a specific spell around him. He did not. Turns out just one touch and he's fine. It's a shadow. What's another shadow clone? Yeah, it's a shadow clone. He's just, you know what I mean? You can snap out of it with one hit. But anyway, um, I still like Jack Black. I think the scene itself is silly, but I like Jack Black, so I don't hate this. I think it's perfectly fine.
I
It
think
overstays
the
its welcome
comedy
with that last
just
joke.
didn't
Yeah,
land.
it did.
The comedy didn't land because we didn't know whether he meant it or he didn't. Because we genuinely think he didn't, especially because Mario was skeptical and Luigi seemed like he was naive, even though he
Which
wasn't.
makes no sense
You know what
because Luigi, he literally threatened you first
Yes. Like the
over a
Luigi is
fire
very
pit.
forgiving.
Like
Hey,
over,
dude, she has
you
to cheat on me
almost
twice.
died.
She has
They
to cheat
put
on
you
me
in.
twice, and then it's wrong.
They put you in a cage where they were gonna melt your face off. If the people didn't come get your cage and roll you back up out of the thing, you were going to be melted. And you cool
100%.
Luigi's
with
Goku. Luigi, Luigi's Goku will forgive you no matter how bad you messed up.
Yeah. There's clearly stuff that's happened outside of the plot that none of us can see, which is
yeah,
annoying. But anyway, it doesn't last that long, thank heavens. Well, that it does last with the tail thing. I thought that was a little bit funny, but again, it's okay.
yeah.
It's whatever. Because now Bowser Jr. kicks in. We're now in the second act, by the way. So we've had the fun and games moment. Bowser Jr. kicks in. We get a little action scene where Bowser Jr. kind
Again,
of
why is every toad leaving the castle? Guys, none of you can fight. None of you. Luigi, Yoshi, and Mario are the ones that must protect the castle, Balitri.
It's a planet of
I think it
babies.
just
What can you
just
say,
goes to
bro?
show you that having that kind of position is important, but it just seems like it's not because you're serving people that will outlive you anyway. Like,
Mm.
and what's gonna happen when you guys die of exhaustion? Because Toad Island or Toad whatever, the Toad Kingdom is still gonna have people that will break in, whether you guys are there or not. So
No, but I'm like, and also I'm like, Toad Kingdom, there's no early detection warning system. You literally got invaded last time. No one learned nothing.
those people don't even have gates. They don't have walls. Like it's not Attack on Titan here. There's no there's no there's no inner walls and outer walls and no. It's just anybody can come through
How is,
anything.
but how is Bowser so like military adept and the people he's invading, who he invaded, who they were warned about? Bowser had legends about him. No one prepared nothing. Oh,
It was crazy. It was ridiculous, definitely. But the actual fight itself, again, visually stunning. I think this, ironically, of all the different fights, I actually prefer this fight more than the fights in the rest of the movie, but I'll explain why later. I think it was confusing when they almost beat him because I'm like, okay, they're trying to show that he's a better fighter because you know what I mean? Like a good movie shows an early fight between the good guys and the good guys lose. They get their asses kicked and they must get better. Of course, this is a Chat GPT movie, so it didn't think of that. He just kind of like they almost win, and then he's like, you know what, screw it, and then he leaves. And he doesn't even leave with thing.
defeated by Yoshi, which was weird. That was a very weird
Yeah,
choice because I was like, Yoshi,
it's a
you
very
knew.
weird choice. Yeah, I'm like, this fight technically it looked good, but it meant nothing. Like a later fight. Um, and then yeah, the castle gets destroyed. They escape. Um, and then yeah. They escape, and then yeah, then suddenly, okay, now it's like, what do we do next? And yeah, they let Bowser, they talk to Bowser. Bowser survived as well, and they have this whole
Again,
conversation.
Luigi, like, did somebody hit you with the Men in Black neuralizer and you just forgot the last film? Why would you
Yeah,
just
Clearly.
be chilling with Bowser?
But I guess also we don't know the time skip. We don't know how long that's been.
yeah, it better be a year.
I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry, dog. Even if I came from the school of truth and reconciliation, Nelson Mandela style, if somebody tried to boil me alive, I don't think I'd forget.
More you alive.
Dude,
When I
remember,
was
then they beat you up in
almost
front of
in
your
Kare, I was
parents.
almost KFC.
Remember, then they followed you to your house and then beat you up in front of your parents. Don't forget about that one. Because remember they
Aye.
went back to the planet
Oh
and then
yeah.
back to Earth.
Yeah.
Like,
Jump
don't,
tune.
I'm just saying, like, forgive but don't forget. I will forgive you from a distance. We're not going to be homies.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be going to my brother being like, hey, Bowser said, and as a big brother, I'd be like, Bowser said? Did you not forget that he tried to kill all of us? We almost died. If we didn't get a
They
big
were watching. They were watching a lot of Fast and Furious movies. Like Don is Goku.
Or Dragon Ball Z, yeah.
He defends everybody.
But Piccolo had to die first for Goku to be like, okay, I think he's cool.
And don't forget, Vegeta had to be violated in front of everyone before they just weeping about his planet.
Like I'm saying, they went through some step. What happened with Bowser for them to be
Well,
like, all right, maybe we can think Bowser is cool now.
Exactly. Though,
No,
to
just
be
because
fair,
they play
though,
chess with Luigi or some shit. I don't know. Is it they play
I
games
think,
together or something?
yeah, I think one could make the argument that what they're trying to do is maybe the Zuko angle. Because remember, Zuko was like, "Oh, forgive me," and then he ended up turning on them in Ba Sing Se. One could argue, but then again, that's a good story. Maybe that's the angle they're going
No,
for.
but
Like, you know what
here's
I
the
mean?
difference though. But here's the bigger difference though. One, Bowser actively tried to murder them. Like that was he was playing for keeps, and he came
I'm pretty,
close. Zuko never actually came that close ever. And when he betrayed them, it was because he was in the tunnel and he was still teetering on the edge. This is a hard
Yeah, but I
180.
almost died because of
yeah.
Zuko. Because
It
that's when we
wasn't
kind of
because
came
of
out.
Zuko, it was because of Azula.
Yeah,
And
but
Zuko
how
was
did Azula
involved.
get to Aang and then again? Because Zuko was involved. Zuko's the reason that they got to Aang.
No, remember, Zuko almost turned, and then Azula was whispering in his ear, and then Iroh was trying to get him to whisper in. Iroh was also trying to get him to turn, or
But you
whatever
see
the
what you're
case
saying
was.
about Azula whispering in Zuko's ear? It means that Zuko was involved. That's what we're saying. We're saying Zuko was part of that betrayal, even though he
Yeah,
didn't
but
pull
he
the
was
trigger.
not. But he was not the active cause. Here's what I'm trying to say. There's at least a degree of separation between the actions of Zuko and what almost killed Aang. This would be like Azula, what's this, lightning Aang, and then they turn around next week and Azula's like, "Hey guys, I'm here to help you defeat the Fire Lord." Explain. And even with Zuko, right? When he came around the second time, he had to prove himself. Bowser didn't prove nothing.
Well,
I
I
never
think, well,
believed he was on their side. I didn't buy it.
clearly, yes. Yeah,
Like
fair
when he
enough.
like when he was dissing Mario and it's like you failure of a plumber, yada yada yada. First off, Mario, I thought you don't get mad like that, but okay, sharp. Then you step on him. Which why would you do that? You have him beaten. This is the perfect size for Bowser to be. And then Bowser grows up and is like, you will not regret this. Nani? Because on Bowser's side, by the way, this dude stole the woman that you were going to take over the universe for. That was your whole plot in the first one.
Yeah.
Like, and he put you in a case of ice and then made you small and beat you up with the star thing or whatever the case was. And you, as the villain that we knew you were, like there was a dude who just delivered bad news to you. By the way, all he said in the last film, he just delivered bad news. He was just like, "Sir, we didn't get them. What? We missed our opportunity." You crushed that man's fingers, and you said, "Don't lift the thing. You don't get to lift the thing. You must crush your fingers. You failed me, like Darth
My
King
nigga,
Vader."
that's just typical bad evil villain behavior. You remember Tharek just killed a nigga, literally a black guy, just for just being there, just for being there, like just for
But
being
my
around.
point is, how the hell we get from that to, oh, you won't regret this. I'm prepared to sacrifice myself to the Queen Bee Kingdom. and whatever. You guys can go on. I mean, these are two different people.
But look, I think it happened. I think I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I think if you spend a year being treated like gold by these niggas that you tried to kill, like
like
people
gold.
have,
He's a prisoner.
yeah, he's a prisoner, but someone they could have been torturing him. They could have been,
My
I don't
ninja,
know.
he literally says when Mario calls his thing trash, he's like, "How dare you? I will rip your skull from your body." What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That does not sound like a dude who's reformed.
Oh yeah, they let that shit go, bro. They were like, that's fine. They were very forgiving, those people. It was outstanding.
Now,
Have I
Not
Luigi,
been?
since the
Luigi is the one that
TRC.
Luigi
I,
was not bothered by any threat. He was like, "Oh, it's fine."
ah, yeah, Luigi went to the school of Buddhism. Also, I don't know what happened, but okay. Anyway, let's keep going, Rob.
Okay. Um, gosh, where even am I? Okay, yeah, okay, so actually no where okay, so yeah, Thingamajig, yeah, just had got into a fight with Bowser after Bowser goaded him for like 2 seconds, steps on him, full size, says, "Don't worry, guys, we're all friends," which is shocking, but cool. So then they jump to now we jump to the giant massive scene. Um Give me 1 second. I just want to set it up.
Is it with the killer bees on the swarm?
No, 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 it's still too early. So yeah, I'm right. So after Bowser gets big, we then jump straight to Princess Peach. We're back to her. The plot technically it's plot A because this is Princess Peach's movie, kind of like Mad Max Fury Road, but
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah.
Um it
yeah.
should have been, it's not. But then again,
That's why you were saying it's in The Incredibles 2. It does
yeah,
feel like The Incredibles 2 with a bit of
but
Frozen in it.
Yeah,
but
but
I think
look,
they got
I will
scared.
say that Mario is I will say Mario is more useful than what
Yes.
Mr. Incredible was in Incredibles 2, because in Incredibles 2 it was infuriating. And I remember saying at the time, because I remember having a back and forth with somebody about that movie, and I was like, it's the problem is not his screen time. Because okay, fine, you want to highlight Mrs. Incredible, fine, whatever. You didn't need to do it that way because the first one managed to balance all of the characters perfectly. But okay, fine. Why is Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible getting folded by people that he could fold easily? Like he's losing
Because it's
fights to
not his
people like
movie.
he could have like these guys do not stand a chance against Mr. Incredible proper. And I'm talking about when he was out of shape. I'm not even talking about the in shape person he's supposed to be now. Anyway, and also Dash was slower for some reason. He was getting caught by things that didn't make sense. Anyway, Incredibles 2 is another film. But what I'm trying to say is here, one of my issues is that with the Peach plot, right? It's just stuff happening. Like there's no rhyme or reason.
Yes, that's exactly right. And I think there is actually a reason for it, well, a negative reason. But I want to get into it a little bit later in the next scene because I think you have to see this first to actually fully comprehend how bad it is. Um,
Cool.
So basically so Princess Peach arrives and then they settle down, they're like, "Oh wow, look at this whole place. Oh wow, there's a princess missing. Everyone seems to know her except me. I'm the only person who didn't know this other princess existed. Did I know that this whole area existed? Did I not know there was a whole anyway, it doesn't matter. A monkey shows up, steals their
Also, this
bag.
sort of doesn't make sense. Sorry,
Yeah? You say?
this sort of kind of doesn't make sense because it's kind of like Dragon Ball Super Broly, where Goku doesn't remember anything about Planet Vegeta, but it seems like he was 5 or something when he left. Like, the
Mm,
reason I'm saying this is when they showed the backstory of Princess Peach, she was
mm-hmm.
not an infant, she was like a toddler.
Yeah.
So you tell
But
me that you don't remember
you know,
anything?
all I mean, they don't show the full backstory now. We get a flashback, which
Yes.
it just shows. It looks like Rosalina is just letting her go into the portal or whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, the monkey shows up, jacks the backpack, and again,
Yes.
apparently there's just no police, there's no security guards, there's just nobody that's working the station at all. Even Gauteng,
Yes.
guys, has people who at least check you for your gum.
Exactly. But then what they do here
They're
is they
like,
show
"Hey, Baba,
something.
you can't chew that gum on this train." But yeah,
They do something rather interesting here where they try to show the depth of this planet, where you kind of get like this multi-layered world, where you get layer one, which is the airport surface, then you get layer two, which is that underground tunnel, then you get layer three, which is the cantina, and then like you jump outside of that, you get layer four, and you got this open outside place. It's almost giving me Star Wars vibes when you think about the cantina is of course the cantina from not Alderaan. I forgot where. And then the prequels with the open space area as well. So you kind of get all these different elements to it, and then it ends in a giant casino, um, which is which is also Star Wars apparently.
Yeah,
Um,
it is. It's the Last Jedi, right?
yes,
also Peach, Peach, eat the mushrooms. What are you doing?
yeah. And
Get
at
some
first, like
power.
Peach,
Also, the other thing is, why is Peach rolling by herself? You're supposed to be a sovereign. You have like Toad is your only bodyguard.
Isn't Toad like her bodyguard or her right hand?
One,
no,
only one. Yo,
Toad isn't anything. Toad is the problem, ironically, because remember the whole thing is being led by
So why
them
is he
following
there then?
Toad.
Why did he decide to go with him then?
There's a reason for that, and I'm going to explain it at the dinosaur scene. I'm going to explain the dinosaur scene because I want to go back and cover this whole thing because it has to be explained later. To me, there's a reason why he's there. Um, but anyway, so anyway, it ends with that chase. Chase hasn't really ended yet. We cut to young Bowser. Um, Bowser's looking for them, looking for his dad. We cut back to Mario. How did they get to the beach planet, by the way? Does anyone remember? But
no. Well,
anyway,
Bowser says, "Hey guys, this is a kingdom. Let's hurry up and
yeah.
let's
Oh, okay,
go."
yeah.
And it's like, okay, first off and foremost, you don't even know if you will be accepted there. And what if you get to the gates and they just start raining down arrows?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Ah,
if?
Buck, it's a kid. Buck, it's a kids movie. Bowser is a known invader. Like across galaxies, people were fearing Bowser. That was the first film.
Yep. Um, it was fair enough. Um, but anyway, it's a short scene where actually, you know what's funny? This is actually where the stepping scene actually happens. It's not all one scene. So they split it up. They cut it to pieces.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
now, after that short moment, we cut straight back. So it's like you always get those like piece scenes, and this is one of those where you cut back to the casino. We're at the final location where it's an actual nothing scene. Technically, something does happen here. She finds the location, though technically, if you were to ask the help desk, they probably would have found it because this nigga lives on an entire planet. They would have been able to find, oh, you look for Bowser. There's a person called Bowser Jr. who has an entire planet that's registered. Do you mean that? Skip this whole scene. But anyway, that's not really the point. The point is this whole thing is to look good, and you can tell they were having fun with the
No,
dimensions
but
with the whole.
Why did she? Yeah, but why did she keep boxing the help? Why didn't she just take the main dude hostage?
We needed to see the kung fu, bro. We
Yeah,
need to see
but
the kung
why
fu.
did she eat? Why didn't she eat the mushrooms and get the powers?
I do
Why was
because we
Toad the
needed.
only one?
Yep, I don't know. I Toad was the only one. Everyone's just NPCs, bro. So anyway, Toad
Yeah,
sees the monkey, gives chase.
yeah.
They follow it to the casino, and ironically, again, Star Wars. I think of the Mandalorian with the table, and then them talking. Ironically, this is the Mandalorian scene from the Boba Fett series. Something like this
Yeah, because
actually
you needed
happened.
Star Wars in a Super Mario Galaxy movie. Okay.
Yeah, this is very strange. These little bits and pieces. One could argue I'm
No, you know
stretching,
what
but it
it
doesn't feel
reminded me
like
of?
it.
It didn't remind me of The Mandalorian now that I think about it. It
Hmm.
reminded me of that weird scene in The Last Jedi when Finn and them go to the casino or whatever.
Yes.
that's what I was saying.
Canto bite, yes.
That is
Yeah, that's what
that
I.
is
That
the
was like,
last.
didn't need it there, didn't need it here, but okay.
Yeah, the Canto bite moment. But remember, the fight doesn't really break out there. Whereas in the Mandalorian, the Boba Fett episode, no, Boba Fett, the Mandalorian episode, you kind of see this the round table thing kind of happening there. But anyway,
Okay, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
yeah. If you guys have seen it, last good Mandalorian stuff. But anyway, we meet this toad person, and he's like, well, I guess a frog.
A real toad,
I'm,
actually, or a
yeah,
frog, or whatever.
yes.
Yeah,
And Princess Peach is like, I
and
want my stuff. Yeah,
he's not intimidating at all, by the way. Well,
yeah,
not because of Louis Guzman, because Louis Guzman is Louis Guzman. Louis
yes.
Guzman is one of he's a
Guzman.
Hollywood.
Yeah,
If you hate Louis Guzman, then there's something wrong with you. But I feel like this nigga is not intimidating. Your threat is bubbles. Like, what are you gonna do? What, cause
I'm
me
gonna
to,
blow
I
bubbles.
don't know what, to float?
Well, he definitely
What?
blew it.
Yep. He blows
Um,
No.
a lot.
yep. And then they do this whole
No
weird
pause.
scene, like you guys talking about, this whole thing, and then Peach is like, you know what? I'm just gonna beat everyone up. Is that fine? And she does. And then that whole scene is
What's
meaningless.
with Mario
Huh?
movies when reinforcements are just useless small things that are supposed to be
Dog.
threatening by the end?
They're still
Hey, at
twice as
least
useful.
hey, those
Yeah,
guys
here
are
you
more
go.
useful than the Toad Kingdom people, who
Yeah.
apparently retired after one day when they found out that they couldn't hold Mario down.
Mm-hmm. And then
They're like,
yeah,
Mario
so
breached our defenses, we give up. At least these
yeah,
brothers tried.
exactly. It
But
was
this
definitely
started with Bowser when those penguins wanted to fight against Bowser in the beginning of the first movie.
mm-hmm.
And they just
Still
Exactly.
better
threw,
than the Toad people, because at least they showed up. At least they threw some snowballs. Toad people just run. I'm so mad.
But anyway, moving on from that nonsense. She gets a location that she could have gotten from anyone else because this nigga owns a planet. That's like me living in the Marvel universe and going, do you know where Victor Von Doom is? But anyway, not the point. We move
yeah,
on.
that guy
Also,
is
I'm
kind of
saying
like
if he
he's
folded
kind of
that
like the
fast, she
collector.
probably should have threatened him first. She was close enough that she could have gotten to him first before his henchmen and backup could have arrived. She decided to put herself in a position where I'm like, I need to start flexing on these hoes. It's like, just tackle that guy and just hold him by his neck. He will fold immediately.
Yeah, that nigga is like the collector from Marvel mixed with Jabba the Hutt. Like,
And you know that's what they were
you
going for, bro.
No, but I'm saying,
this
like,
is the
just
ish,
hold your,
but
just take your
nobody
fancy
cares.
umbrella and hold it at his neck, and just say, "I will break your
Mhm.
neck. Tell me what I need to know," and he'll make everybody back off. Because the minute you held him by his foot, he gave up immediately.
Do frogs even have necks? I don't know what kind of
Yeah.
threat that would be. I hear you though.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
literally a French delicacy, Kim. Frog
well, you'll be
legs.
happy that she takes the mushroom
No,
at
like,
least.
didn't you say necks?
What?
I said, I said legs.
Oh, legs, frog legs, yes.
Oh, you point at his legs and threaten him like that? Damn. Okay.
Yeah, how that bra folded immediately. She held him by one foot and she did her best Batman impression. Where are they? Where is Bowser Jr.? You wouldn't let me play my ordinary citizen.
But
I'm Peach.
yeah. So yes, so now moving on to that, she gets information. We cut back to Mario and them bees as the bees are like, no, you guys did mean things, so I'm not letting you do anything. You're going to jail actually. And
So
And
bees can hold a
no trial,
grudge.
but shut up.
so
Damn.
And why did you guys listen to Bowser? Again, the Mario Brothers are just so accommodating of Bowser. Let's follow Bowser to a castle. We don't know what the result is going to be.
That's true. Uh, so yeah, we're moving on to I think Bowser's like, you know what, guys, I will take one for the team. I am Nelson
Why?
Mandela taking one for the team
Why?
immediately. I do not know, bro.
Why?
I would like all the jail time, please. Thank you very much. And the queen is like, deal. You bet. I mean,
Why? Why did she do that? It's like
um,
if a bicep was enough to convince you, I thought you would have like I thought that like what's this that B lady was gonna be like, ooh, okay, Bowser, come to my castle or something. That's what the impression I got.
yeah. Uh,
Anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
and then Bowser
yeah.
is he's in the field and with the other worker bees or whatever or the other prison bees. I don't know how
Yes.
this works.
Yeah, they're doing the whole. I thought they were gonna make a joke about, the TV show Life. Um,
I heard about it. I
The
haven't
TV
watched it.
show.
I'm sorry, movie Life. Sorry. I thought,
Oh,
they're doing there,
Oh,
but whatever.
yeah.
So it lasts 3 seconds, thank God. One could still argue that, they got their jokes out. I mean, yeah, okay, fine, it's whatever, I guess. You have to accept it. I mean, some of the bees were kind of okay. So yeah,
yeah. Well, we get a whole monologue about Peach again,
yeah,
which
but at least
just
he doesn't break into song, so that's good.
yeah, but yeah, I mean that's good, but I'm just like, if you're still
In
that
fact,
sour
for a
about what
second, I
happened
thought it
with
was
Peach, why aren't you boxing Mario? Why did you take prison time from Mario, who actively took Peach away from you? Okay,
Yeah, no, 100%. Um, I can totally understand. Yeah. But yeah, so he gets taken by Thingamajig, and he's like, "Welcome back." And then Bowser's like, at first he's like trying to be a good person or whatever, trying to do the good guy thing.
why? I don't get it. What happened?
But um, well, I mean, we see what happened, I guess. If you're talking about at least the build up, I do like the scene. I actually think the scene is genuinely good. I wish this was the opening of the movie. Instead of what we got before, I wish that was the movie's opening. Because this is
Where he
actually a
picks up
great,
Bowser.
yeah. Well, no, no, no. Where Bowser does the little baby scene when they talk, and then Bowser's like,
Oh,
and this is the entire plot point of the plot, because this is where we find out what the plot is, almost. You know what I mean? Because technically, when he does the
oh.
kidnapping, you don't know why, what's going on.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So now
Yeah,
you
no,
find out what's going on.
that does make sense. But here's
Yeah,
my
and
thing though. Here's my thing though.
mm-hmm.
Why is Bowser like I don't understand like he should be having the time of his life right now.
You sure? What do you
Like
mean? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like
no,
being
what I'm
free?
what I, no, not even being the free. I'm talking about how his son is evil and he should be doing like they should be both doing like the I'm evil dance. And Bowser's like, actually maybe I was wrong as a father. I'm like, why are you doing this self introspection? What brought this on?
In the scenes we didn't see. Um,
Okay.
I
I'm
get what you're
surprised though.
saying, but I'm okay with it. I think the Vegeta, or well, the what I want to call the Zuko arc, I kind of understand it. Especially when
I don't.
technically all of Bowser's dreams come true through his son, and then he like kind of has this turnaround moment. Um, I like there's this nice moment at later on. Again, I don't want to jump the gun. Because
All
there's
right.
gonna be some good stuff later on that kind of explains
But I'm
it.
saying if he was
But
still predisposed to evil, why did he
yeah,
take the prison time? This is what I'm saying. Like the thing that bothers me about Bowser's arc is one, there's no setup for it because even in the last film, he ended as a protagonist. I mean, as an antagonist or like straight up
yeah,
antagonist. Like when they
yes,
shrunk him, he was not happy about it, And then when we
Yes.
see him again, even though he's still held prisoner, because that's what he is, I mean, as much as he's just in a castle by himself, roaming around or whatever, what's
Mm-hmm.
this? He still has the moments of villainy where he's like, "I will eat your heart and I will rip your skull and
Yes.
what and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Yes.
and all of that stuff." And then we get to the forest and he's big again, and he's just like, "Well, I'm cool, guys," and it's just like there was no build up to you being cool. There was no reflecting on your actions next. You didn't even accept that the reason you lost Peach was because you lost your mind or whatever the case was. Like there's no like with Zuko, even with his first time before he turns in the tunnel and everything, he is constantly having to self-reflect upon his actions. Because remember, he spends
Yeah,
all
but
of that
look,
time in the Earth Kingdom. He spends all of that
there's
time in
no
the Earth
Zuko's
Kingdom seeing
uncle.
the effects of no, forget Uncle
Well, I think
Arrow
it's supposed to be
alone.
Luigi. Luigi is Zuko's uncle in this one. I think
Leave
that the vibe we're going for. Luigi
yeah,
is playing Zuko's uncle.
I guess maybe. But what I'm trying to say is that remember there was also that episode called Zuko Alone, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
Zuko roams through the
Yes,
the Earth Kingdom and everything, right? He
Yeah.
gets to
yes,
see firsthand the way fire the way the Fire Nation has been affecting Earth nations and other nations and all of those things to the point where even the people who were evil Earth soldiers who were taking advantage of the people. Those people instantly turn on Zuko because they're like, you have to be worse than those guys. So Zuko already now is seeing that the Fire Nation is worse than these guys who are exploiting their own people. Like I was defending them with everything I had, but the minute I fire bent, that was out of the equation. There's nothing
right.
Mm.
like that here that
Well,
gives
there's no time.
Bowser pause. No,
I mean, that's
That's the
true.
problem.
but then why are we
That's the
doing this
problem.
arc? Like this is supposed to like this is something that is in depth. This
Well,
is something
I
that
think it
needs
goes back to
time.
what you were saying. That he was maybe he was not necessary in the first place. Because you could
Who is
have
not
easily
necessary?
done this sequel with Bowser. You could have done the sequel without Bowser.
No, have him be Bowser. Just have him be
Remember,
evil.
remember Die Hard 3, where it's was this Gruber's brother
Brother, yes.
seeking revenge, and you don't see Gruber at all, like because he's
Yeah.
not necessary.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying if they had no, yeah, I mean that also works, but I'm just saying just have him be the evil. Have him like lie to the Mario and everything, and Mario's just like, no, I don't trust this guy. And then when he turns, Mario's like, see, Luigi, I told you. Like just do that because
But
this
then that would
back
be a
and forth.
bad message for kids. That would be a terrible
What's
message for
the
kids. Yeah.
but
People
he
don't
turns
change.
anyway.
Don't trust them. Like, you
But
know
he
what I mean?
turns
Like, I get it.
anyway.
True,
Look,
but
also
because
let me put it like this: a part of me felt like this movie was Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2. Like that's what I thought was happening here, but it was sort of like a
really,
reverse, where the son is trying to convince the dad instead of the dad convincing the son. Right?
I
except this one
guess. I mean,
succeeds. I get
yeah.
that. I
It's
Okay,
hear
it's
but
that.
supposed to,
anyway,
yeah,
let's
it's
let's let's
supposed to
keep going.
be.
I just found this arc to me it didn't make sense. Like
I
what they were
thought
trying to do,
I
it
thought
needed better writing.
I thought what was gonna happen was that Bowser was gonna try and convince his son. Like that was his entire arc throughout the movie to convince his
Yeah,
son that it's okay to let go
but I actually think it's
of.
more original that he didn't. I think the fact that his son convinced him is weirdly more original than the other way around. I actually, again, I'm okay with this. I
Yeah.
just think I'm not saying it's great at all, but I'm saying a better
I
movie could
mean,
have done this better.
I wouldn't say it's original. It's Star Wars, like you said.
Yeah,
Luke
it's Star
convinces
Wars.
Dad to turn against Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Except he
yeah.
succeeds. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. And I think that's something. You know what I mean? That's definitely something. But anyway, before we get too deep in the weeds, yeah. So basically they're talking, they do the whole thing that explains, because remember, Peach, I mean not Peach, Rosalina is just gone. We see her being covered in jizz, and then she vanishes, and you never see her again, right?
Wait,
So
what?
No pause.
you don't understand what's
Okay.
going on.
Wow.
You don't understand what's
Damn.
going
Okay.
on with her. And then when you do this little kid's backstory, you're like, oh, that's what that's about. Okay, so now we know. Even though it's kind of funny because it suggests that Bowser and his kid know who Rosalina is, but Peach never knew who it was, which is its own thing, whatever. Cool. That setup gives you an element of danger that you never understood before. Because remember, with OG Pete in the first movie, Peach is trying to it's a kidnapping for a marriage. For this one, it's straight up murder. Like what you know what I mean? Like it's the son escalating from the father. I think it again, there's potential here. But again, thrown through ChatGPT, Star Wars, but Mario. Um, so that ends. We get our stakes at the halfway mark of the movie, past the halfway mark of the movie. Now we know what to be scared of. Um, so now we cut back to Peach. Peach, slightly funny scene, closest thing to a funny scene, but then again, it feels like it belongs to Toad, not Peach. Um, this is where I start to lose my shit about Peach. Where I start to hate Peach. Um, because it's a cool moment where the robot is doing. There's this movie, I forgot what it's called, the Robin Williams movie, where
What?
he thinks he's
No,
gonna
you
die.
know who what's this? You know what this reminded me of? Except they
Hmm.
did it way
Mm.
better. Zootopia 1
Oh
with the
yeah,
sloth scene.
yes,
And
yeah.
that actually made one, it actually made sense. And two, they didn't do a cutaway to repeat the joke. The reason why the joke was funny is because he was finishing the sentences. This
Mm.
robot just glitches
Mm.
halfway for no reason. But anyway, sorry, you were talking
Yeah,
about the Robin
it
Williams one.
genuinely it genuinely reminded of me of Zootopia as well. Just felt like I've seen this before.
There's a
Done
better one,
better.
Robin Williams, dude. Robin Williams, I think it's called The World's Angriest Man. I forgot what it's called. But there's a scene where Darth Vader, of all people,
James
small world, is
Earl
like a
Jones.
camera
Yeah,
salesman. And he has got a massive
I saw that
stutter and
scene.
he's going slow. And yeah, I just, again, everyone's done this better. Because ironically, this scene is not slow enough to make this scene make sense. Not after we did that nonsense thing with the casino. And there's
Mhm.
but you know what? It's whatever. There's finally a ticking clock. So now they're in a hurry. And then they jump up to meet Star Fox. And it turns out they
Which
have to pay
again,
for.
why yo, first off, I mean, Jesus, cameo central, yo, like he might as well have turned to the screen and been like, I've got a game coming out soon, so you need to know my backstory. Like, what?
Yeah.
What the
I'm just
hell was
glad John
that?
Cena didn't show up out of nowhere. They called him John Cena just out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Just as a
What?
cameo.
Oh, was it? Oh, was it Star Fox voiced by Cena?
No, I'm just saying, like randomly, like just some random
Oh yeah,
celebrities
No,
yeah,
while you're
he's
at it.
voiced by Glenn. He's voiced by Glenn Powell.
yeah. But anyway,
Ah,
like I just
the new
because
Taylor
like
Kitsch.
yeah, because
Yeah,
I was
you're
just like,
saying?
this is like to me, this is so ridiculous because I'm like, there's nobody who you greet them and upon introduction they tell you everything you need to know about them. Like,
Well,
hi.
I mean, if you watch, unless you're watching Into the Spider-Verse, but I get what you mean.
I think they were going for something. I think they're doing it on purpose to be like self-aware, quote unquote. But I hear what you're saying. No, no, no.
Mm.
It was
Well, here's the
silly,
thing.
definitely.
In Spider Verse, man, I think they get
Yeah.
the excuse of the multiverse because it's already weird and wacky antics and all of that stuff. With this one, the reason why it was weird to me is because this is their first time meeting Star Fox. They don't know anything about Star Fox. Star Fox doesn't know anything about Peach. And then he's just like, let me rattle off my entire backstory.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Like
like,
that
just get
Snyder
the
film.
ship.
Yeah.
Like, just get in the
Yeah.
ship. Just go.
Which Snyder
Why are we
film,
doing
bro?
this?
I forgot what it's called, but remember we made a joke about it, where it's like, hey, I see you over there. Oh, by the way, let me tell you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and the history of the princess. What movie? Rebel Moon. Yes,
Oh,
don't you
Rebel Moon,
remember?
yes.
Well, we
Yeah,
talked
I
about it with
wanted
the
to say
robot just
the introduction,
yeah.
the introduction of this Fox character for me felt
Mm,
like Rebel Moon. If,
yeah.
the character, to be what's the character to
Anthony
be honored.
Hopkins, Robot
Yes,
Man.
Hopkins, yes. Straight Rebel Moon, dude. No one can tell me otherwise. It was a horror show.
It's like, oh yeah, I've invaded you and everything, but let me give you my backstory so you can feel sad for me. You just killed my family, bro. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Why must I feel sad for you right now? Maybe give me a minute, buddy. But nah. Terribleness all around. Uh,
I
um,
mean, I love Star Fox's design. He looks cool, but
oh
I hate
yes.
that backstory.
Ah, he does. He
Way
actually kind
better
of
than
reminds me of Trunks. You know how Trunks sort of didn't feel
mm,
like he was part of that world, or Rock Lee in
mm.
Naruto. You're like, this character doesn't feel like he belongs here. Like,
I
the
feel
whole
that,
thing is like,
yeah.
this completely different from the rest of the world. so, so yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
no,
but I
that
mean,
makes sense.
he's just a MacGuffin anyway. So yeah, they get there. They do a subversion, which I was like, all right, okay, because like literally, Mario and oh no, wait, Mario and them haven't met with Peach yet. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, we get the backstory told is like he's in need of money until he can figure out how to get to his universe or whatever. I'm pretty sure Rosalina should be able to help him do that because she's a mystical, magical woman. But anyway, doesn't matter. Um, yeah. Toad offers him money. He says, "Cool, we'll load up and fly," and whatever the case is. And then I forget where we do. We cut back to. Oh wait, we cut back to Mario and them who run into the robot, and they run that joke into the ground, and it wasn't a great joke in the first place.
Hmm. Yes. So yeah, you're right. They meet after the whole weird backstory thing. Mario just happens to catch up at that exact moment. And then they do which is nice where they look each other in the eye, like you said. And then it's like, oh, Mario's about to get jealous. And then he doesn't actually. He's like, okay, these guys are cool. Subversion. Because we're doing the subversion thing. Ironically, kind of like Star Wars. Mario is a sensitive guy. Um, Also he doesn't get jealous. Awesome. Cool. Interesting. But anyway, so now they all take off together. Now we're finally getting into the later stuff, getting to the action as the ship
It's
catches up
definitely
to
a bit
them. Huh?
sorry about that. I just wanted
Oh,
to say it was a bit interesting because there was a bit of a stare between them, like a square off stare
mm,
thing happening.
yeah.
And then
Where they're
Mario's like,
setting
"Hey,
up.
dude, I like
Yeah.
your jet or whatever he said." The guy said, "Yeah,
Yes.
thanks."
And I like your
I was like,
mustache.
"Okay, don't forget that this is for kids." That's basically what it was.
Yep. They were trying to be educational. But anyway, we jump
Mm-hmm.
into the action. Um, we see the ship finds them. Like it's like for some reason, I'm gonna guess it's the Toad again, because in the last movie, not Mario Toad, the magical one. Because remember the last movie, he also knew the script. So I'm guessing
Yeah.
he read the script again and knew that they were coming for him. So
He siphoned the powers from his dad somehow. Script
yes,
reading powers.
exactly. So they show up, they do up a nice big fight, and then we finally get the total culmination of the good guy stuff as Mario as
Also,
Bowser.
Fox, no windows,
Mhm.
no shields, all this technology. You are just out in the open in jail.
Yep.
Everybody put on a seatbelt. That's it.
Hmm.
Uh,
Kids can must know that there's lots of air in space. There's wind too. Um,
I was
so
like,
yeah.
what was your ship built by Jimmy Neutron? What's going on?
that's funny.
Um, yeah, there's a good Jimmy Neutron joke there, but anyway. Um, and also the speed of the ship itself, that's questionable. Yeah, so the baby Bowser is like, screw this shit, and I won't kill anyone. So what I'll do is I'll use the baby boomer
Which
gun.
like wait again? Why Bowser? Like these people have actively been in your way, and
Well,
your
it's the
son just convinced you about the boom boom plan. Like you seem to be on board again. So why are you just like, they're still lame, but I kind of got to know them. What are we? What? Okay.
well, I mean, it's
And
playing
when?
on. Uh-huh.
Still don't know exactly what convinced Bowser to go back to his old ways. The
The
only
the
thing that would have
moment.
made sense was if him, like, if he felt guilty that he was not there for his child. and now he saw it as the only way to bond with this child. And through bonding with this child, he'll try to convince this child to let it go. But nope, just the
Well, I
conversation probably
think,
didn't even last 20 minutes. Yeah.
well, yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's because it's all of their dreams coming true at this. It's Bowser in front of the crowd. When he's in front of that crowd and he's got his son next to him, and people are cheering his name like he was before when he was a bad guy in the first place, I think that's what wins him over. I think that's the settling moment. So the storyline of Bowser is a negative story arc where he tries to be good. He's trying to balance being good while not at the same time being supportive of his son. And it kind of ends with the crash. It's ironically a tragedy type storyline. It's a flow of that kind of style,
Mm.
which is for a Mario movie, yeah.
I
Yeah.
just think the setup is weak and the reasoning is weak, and they don't, and like there's no trust established either way. Like there's no moment between, like in the cave with Katara and Zuko, they bond over their mothers. So that's what you think will turn Zuko over. It will help Zuko turn over a new leaf. They don't even
Mm,
have that connection. So
that's
for
true.
me, I couldn't buy into it at all.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. No, fair enough, dude. But anyway, we're jumping ahead. We're leaving the planet. Yeah, so Mario gets hit, Luigi get hit with the baby gun. And then luckily, because that's
Which
how
how is
space
Bowser
works.
Jr. How is Bowser Jr. more accurate than his ship? I'm okay. Yeah.
AI, bro. It's apparently ChatGPT 1. It's that who
That's
knows,
hilarious.
bro. But the fact that he drops the gun and it falls at the same speed as a ship crash landing, so they managed to grab the gun as well. That's what was amazing to me.
Not
That
science,
rocked.
not science. It's the science that will always baffle me. But I hear you.
Mm-hmm. And then they crash land, and then we kind of now this is the part where I was building up to where I kind of start to fucking hate Peach. But ironically, this is probably for me, this is the end of every part of the movie I genuinely hate with every fiber of my being.
Oh,
Um,
why? What
this
happened?
no, I just hate. Okay, let me explain. So, so
They
basically, what I
crash
hate
land
about
into
Princess,
Jurassic Park.
yes,
They crash land
they
into Jurassic
thingamajiggy,
Park randomly.
yes, and turns out that Mario and Luigi as babies are 100 times faster than they were as adults, as they zoom out of there immediately, no hesitation, and they kind of do this funny sequence. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, this is a Princess Peach movie. Why am I looking at Mario and Luigi only? Why is Prince stuck in the spaceship trying to help Thingamajiggy fix it? And I kind of realize this, I almost want to make like a fucking thesis on this, where I almost want to call it the Hermione problem, where you make someone so competent, right, that they become inhuman. Like, of course, I think we've discussed the Hermione problem, right, Kutso, in the past anyway, in those
Few
early
times
days.
in the past. But I think I
Yeah.
would also even use Elastic Girl. Like Elastic Girl doesn't really have any issues.
Yeah,
Like she doesn't
exactly.
really have any flaw. She's
In the
Exactly.
first,
competent at
no,
what she does.
in the first one, in Incredibles 1, what's this? Definitely like the assumptions that she made about her husband as well. I mean, he didn't help,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
and also the way that she handles her kids, like was this Mr. Incredible wants the kids to express themselves, and she kind of just keeps trying to bottle them down because she's
Yeah.
trying to settle into her new life. So in the
Yeah,
first one,
because
it shows that what's this? She's like very much sit in your seat, and sometimes you can't. Whereas Mr. Incredible is like, I can't sit in my seat, and sometimes you have to. So they have that dynamic in the first one. In the second one, they strip her of all of her character and just make her super mom.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant her in the second one. Sorry, I should have been specific. In the
yes.
second one, there's no flaw. She's just
Yeah, she's flawless and then
competent.
she becomes, yeah. It
Because
kills
remember,
her, but
Because remember, even in the first one, she thought Bob was cheating, and she was like breaking down, and it took Edna to be like, "Get your shit together, woman, and go after your
Yeah,
husband and find out what is happening before you make assumptions."
yeah.
So
No, it's true.
anyway,
Um,
I mean, they
go
try
ahead.
to get they manufacture a flaw for Peach. They manufacture a flaw because like basically at some she's kicking rocks or whatever, and she's like princesses don't get frustrated. But I think the problem is ne is that this movie it has an issue of build up. It does not do connections well. We don't get to see why. Like Peach is going off of a random memory, and she's like, I have to solve this memory. And I'm like, I'm not seeing this memory or this lack of memory be detrimental to you at all. It's not held you back once. You haven't been in the middle of a fight and had a flashback and then you get kicked in the face or something. I'm not seeing why
Mhm.
this thing is so important to you.
Right.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, so what are we talking about? Yeah, preach. Yeah, so they go through the thing and then she gets, yeah, that's like the one, I guess, like, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. That's when she kind of gets interesting. Actually, her getting frustrated is the most interesting part of the whole movie because that's where she has kind of her biggest personality. Um, because all this time she's so perfect that she never actually has any personality. And ironically, that's what causes the problem with this movie, is that Mario struggling to fix things gives him a personality. Um, Mario, when they're doing the chase and they're looking after things, it's like, oh, my novel. Toad has got stuff. He's got a thing he likes, the novel. That's a personality. That's a personality trait. He chases it after. They make fun of his novel. He gets when the thing is moving slowly. Who gets frustrated? Toad. Who's struggling to look after the babies while everything's falling apart? Toad is, not Princess Peach. We can't have her do
Mhm.
that, so she ends up doing nothing. Um, who's the one struggling to forgive Bowser? Because remember, it looks like Princess Peach doesn't even get mad at Bowser at the end of the movie. So who struggles to forgive Bowser throughout the whole thing? Just Mario. So who gets the scene? Mario gets the scene. So what ends up happening is because we don't want to make her look bad, you end up not giving her any scenes whatsoever. You end up
Mhm.
not giving her any motivations whatsoever. Why? How do they get to the casino? Following Toad. It just keeps going and it starts adding up to the point where now Princess Peach becomes a nothing character. Ironically, same thing with that Incredibles 2 situation where the dad is ironically they try to make the dad look dumb, but that's still a personality. That's still something. Whereas again, Mrs. Incredible has nothing because you can't. And it's a when you try to fix something, you end up breaking something. But anyway,
Well, it
the,
depends on yes.
mhm,
If it's not broke and you're trying to fix it, that's what you'll
mhm.
have.
Yeah, that's
Look,
when
But if
it
it's
breaks.
broken,
Peach's basic yeah arc in this thing because somebody's gonna say no, she did have a motivation is Rosalina because they speculate whether Rosalina is her mom or Rosalina is her family in some capacity, and Peach from her birthday wants to know who she is. She still has no idea.
right?
Yeah.
My issue with it, my issue with it is that that's why I hated that scene with Toad because I was just like,
Mm,
this is just a random scene that's supposed to get us from point A to point B, and it doesn't really mean anything to the plot. Like literally, you could have cut this sequence out, and the movie would have been the exact same. So it just
true.
means that she's not even leading her own arc. Like that's why it becomes weird because now Toad's gallivanting to get his bag is what leads her to Rosalina. She didn't make a decision. She didn't decide I'm
Yes.
going here to find Rosalina. Toad had to lead her there. That's what
You
takes it away from her arc. Like it's not her making a decision, it's her getting lucky. Why?
mm, yeah, no, exactly. Why? But yeah. But again, at least she gets frustrated for once. But then again, yeah, she gets frustrated about the situation, not even at anyone to like, apologize later. She just kind of gets frustrated. And Mario, being the nice guy, the good guy, the ally, he's like, I'm gonna get angry with you, show my empathy, that I empathize with you. I'm not trying to solve your problems, I'm trying to have empathy with you, like a good boyfriend would. Um, and then that works out because that makes her feel better. And then they're like, okay, guys, we've been kind of here for too long. We've had fun. Because
Oh yeah,
again,
wait, did we shout out the random Jurassic Park dinosaur again? Because why?
it's Mario Odyssey.
It just
There's
it
a
but wait,
yeah,
is there Jurassic Park in Mario Odyssey? Why is there
yes, there's
this
a
giant ass dinosaur?
yeah, out of nowhere in that game, out of nowhere, there's a hyper realistic dinosaur for no reason. Yeah, that's
Okay.
a real
Okay.
thing.
I thought it
So
was
it's a
because it was Chris
reference.
Pratt. I thought it was Chris Pratt. And I was just like, he's not even prattling in this thing. He's not even prattling in this scene. Why is there a giant ass dinosaur? Okay.
That was for bonus points. They wanted you to feel that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, the story is like we've been faffing around for too long. Because again, unlike the last one, which was late for a movie, this one feels like it has all the time in the world. But
Yes.
eventually, it wakes up from its nap and is like, "Let's continue the plot, guys, please." So then they end up getting heard by the stars, by the little star creatures. Who remember the last time we saw them, a giant bullet flew into the room, and then their mother disappeared, living their best life, full on amnesia. Who cares? They're like, oh my gosh, okay, it's Mario. Oh my God, that's
Like
so
this would
cool.
be
Let's
the
go meet
equivalent.
them.
No, I'm saying this would be the equivalent of Bruce holding a house party after his parents got shot. It's like, aren't you supposed to be traumatized? Okay.
Exactly. That's exactly what yeah. Funny enough, none of that happens. So they come in with the is the word MacGuffin? No, not MacGuffin. Deus Ex Machina. Because it turns out their entire area is a ship. But anyway, we'll skip to that. But anyway, we cut back to, and this is the final arc of Bowser. We cut back to Bowser. It's his final arc as his son is just out here putting in the work to convince his dad. As he shows him everything the dream come true. You see the planet as it was described in the kids' play, exactly as it was described in the kids' play, which kind of shows us like interesting father-son dynamic. And then we see the gun at the top, just like with the play. And now it's like, okay, cool, we get our stakes. Only lasts a second, we're back. Star Fox looks up and there's the ship, the planet ship. Guys, don't worry, we've got you covered. And then we find that's a key word, and then, but I'll get to that later. Um, and then Princess Peach finds the book, the storybook that explains everything. Because it turns out, is Rosalita omniscient? Did she get the script as well? Did him and the little turtle creature share the script? Because she knows
Also,
everything
who
about
the
Peach.
hell was the evil forces? Is the evil forces before Bowser?
Well, the movie has to make $2 billion, and then you'll find out. Entrance fee.
Oh
Um,
my god. I hate that.
so
Like, it's just a random light and they ran. And it's like, but how did you survive then? Or like you're fine, nothing happened to you, Rosalina. So it means that you could have just kept your sister. Nothing happened to you. You're fine. Like the only reason you lost the fight in the beginning is because somehow your star babies forgot to lock the door and have no
I
sense of
wanted to
self-preservation.
investigate something regarding Rosalina. Um,
Hmm?
do you guys think that she should have been explored more as a character? Because she just disappeared for the most part of the movie.
Here's what I think should have happened, and I've been thinking about this a lot when I watch this movie. Instead of exploring her per se, yes, I think you should have gotten a little bit more of her, with this, but I think what really should have been explored is Princess Peach being angry at Rosalina. Because remember, she has a flashback and she only remembers being let go. And at no point is
Hmm.
she like, I had someone who cared about me and she let me go. And now here I am looking for that person. She should have been pissed. And then in this moment, we find out she was wrong. Do you know what I mean? That's what we should
I
have
hear what you're
found
saying.
out. That's what should have happened here.
Okay.
Would have been way more important than actually meeting her. That's what I don't think meeting Rosalina is the point. Ironically, you don't have to meet the princess that's captured. You just have to deal with the characters you have. You know what I mean? You don't need it.
Yeah,
It could have
no.
done something, but we didn't need
Well, I
it.
mean, look, the depth that you're talking about, like, this is why I'm not a fan of Bowser's arc in general, because I'm just like, it's so surface level for the depth that they're trying to incur. And that's supposed to be like one of like that's supposed to be like Mario's conflict within the movie.
Mm,
And then you bring up Monsters Peach, who's like her whole memory thing is a conflict in the movie. And then you could kind of make these two things where they're supposed to collide at a certain point, or whatever the case is, or meet in the middle somewhere, or whatever the case is, where it's Mario trying to trust Bowser, and Peach trying to find out her memory, and you somehow it culminates in a weapon that could destroy the universe, or whatever the case is. But
hmm
everything is so surface level that you're just like, I I don't care. I don't care that Peach was let go, because nothing happened of it. There was no consequence. I don't understand what Rosalina was afraid of.
Mm.
Likewise with
mm.
Bowser, I don't get why Bowser was flip flopping in terms of morality. It really didn't make sense to me. Anyway,
All right. Well, no, fair enough, dude. I mean, that's fair. Not no problem with me there. Um, so yeah, so now after all that happens, she gets the update as to what happened to her for real. And now she's like, well, nothing. We just look at her face. She's got a Pikachu face. Oh, and then the scene ends because heaven forbid she discuss her feelings. She's just supposed to be empowered, not actually, feeling anything. So we
mm.
cut away from her. Don't want to waste time with her. Cut back to Bowser, where we get to see his feelings and we get to experience his emotions. Because after all, it's his movie. They land on the planet. We get to see ironically, there's a little clever little gimmick here that that I kind of liked, where they show the roller coaster. First, they sit up in the storyline saying, "There's going to be roller coasters. There's going to be lava." Then you see the roller coaster going into the lava, and then instead of all those toad creatures dying, they just carry on as skeletons. And I'm like, that's a nice setup for what they're going to do later. Because if they didn't do that, it wouldn't
Mm.
make sense. One could argue it still doesn't, but at least they went one, two, three, the rule of three discussion, visual, and then action. It's great. Well, Reese, it's storytelling 101. So anyway, Thingamajig is still doing his pitch, and then he shows Rosalina being caught. And at first, Bowser's conflicted, but then when he sees people cheering specifically for him, you can. It's a nice moment because you actually get to see him being like, "Oh my God!" And he's like really won over by all these people cheering for him. And of course, the idea is Bowser loves. Okay, that could just be my own headcanon, but Bowser loves an audience, so he gets won over, and now he's fully a bad guy again. Um, I would have preferred they play the sun angle, but at the same time, if you want to make Bowser feel more pathetic, then I guess it's fine. And then they go hard on the Rosalina thing, where like, yeah, now it's sucking the life out of her, and it's pretty deep. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And
Pause.
then,
It was reaching Thanos level.
Whoa,
anyway, okay,
you
good
hit
one.
that back to back, dude. I had to.
Anyway, it turns out that all of this was seen through the eyes of the world's greatest telescope. She just pulls that thing off her face, and you know what I mean? That was a script reading telescope.
But you see,
Yeah.
I wanted to add something when I saw that scene. Like, have you noticed in some other material, it doesn't necessarily have to be this movie, but
Mm,
sometimes the other characters that are with that character will know exactly what just happened. And you're like, wait, then
mm.
what's the point?
Yeah.
Did you guys also see what that person saw?
Yeah. Did you read the script? What
Like,
is going on?
like, how does
Hey,
that
dog,
even
it's
work?
Rinnegan. I see what you see. We're all connected by the via the eyes.
It's
It's
insane, man.
all, yeah, it's insane. And then they all suit up as one ship goes against everyone. And Star Fox, of course, knows how to fly it. And yeah, They blow through, they then drop everyone off. Heaven forbid you guys use those teleporting stars with their powers. Nope, 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 nope. Um,
Also,
they crack.
again, there's no cameras on this. There's no cameras on this planet or something. There's no breach
Hmm.
detecting anything or whatever. These guys just land on the surface and we're all good to go. Okay.
Yeah, no ADT, buddy, no ADT. They're all useless. So Mario and them split up. Peach and Mario, because of course they're together. They go one way, and then the other guys go the other way as they do this whole stealth mission, only to get caught super quickly. It was actually it was dumb. But
Again,
anyway,
like, why can't the Toad Kingdom do this?
I
Bowser
do not
Jr.,
know.
who's a kid, by the way, who's just running this kingdom instead of his dad, has
Hmm.
guardians. Mara Peach is the only military asset that the Toad Kingdom has. Okay.
Yeah, OP. That kid is OP, dude. Just super talented. But anyway, yeah. So now the gun is
Even the
charging
body
up.
who paid off, even though he dropped out.
Hmm. Hmm. So yeah, the gun is charging up and they fall through the thing, and then we get one of the. Have you guys ever watched those like how those video game? A lot of channels do them where they play like this impossible game where you gotta like do like this split second thing and then it kills you anyway. And of course, one of the most iconic things of that thing is the Mario one with the millions of arms, the firearms, and this guy is jumping through all of
Oh,
them. Like that was
uh,
famous. Like if you, huh?
okay. You know what I hated about
No,
this scene? You know what I hate about
What?
this scene?
Mm-hmm.
That's not how the game works.
Because they were going for the meme, not the game, and I'm so confused. Why
Because
were they going for the
why?
meme?
Because, like, Bowser Jr. is not playing Mario and Peach. He's
Mm.
playing the traps. And also,
Yep.
if you can play the traps, just activate all the traps whenever you want. Like, you're doing this according to the timing. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. It makes no sense. But also, there's something important to be seen here, actually. There's a very important thing that I think, again, it doubles down on what I was saying before about by not giving problems, you don't give personality. Peach flies through this thing to the point where we don't
mhm.
even, where I wish I could just show it to you guys. But you just see Mario is struggling. He's making moves. He's dodging left. He's out here sweating. Do you know what I mean? He's like doing all these things. It's so interesting and so active that we don't even look at Peach. Peach is off camera. And then when a thing comes out of the screen, because of course, why not show us it build up? No, they love doing this whole thing when whatever exists on this side doesn't exist until it suddenly appears. It's a very weird film framing network that this whole flippin' movie is doing. But anyway, yeah, so a spiked thing comes up, and then Princess Peach pulls him back and is like, okay, thanks. And then Peach is like, you know what I mean? Like she just looks tough, and it's like, but that's not interesting. Because now Mario's doing
Mm,
all the things. Peach
mm.
looks comfortable. Mario doesn't. So, of course, we end up focusing on Mario. Why wouldn't you just make them both uncomfortable?
Well,
Do
it's
you know what I
called
mean?
Super Mario Galaxy,
Yeah.
Rob. So we're
But
supposed to be
like,
focusing on Mario.
100%, but it's the Hermione problem.
No,
It's the
the
Hermione.
problem is no, the problem is that the inciting incident is connected to Peach. It's not connected to Mario.
Yeah,
Like, this is
which
a
is
story
why,
to find Peach's family or whatever the hell. So it's just
yes.
like you should probably. But then, yeah, that's where things like this become a problem because it's just like you, it's because basically what they did is that in the first one it's about Mario finding Luigi. Now it's
Mm,
about Peach
Mhm,
finding Rosalina.
mm-hmm.
mm.
So it's like they couldn't find an inciting incident for Mario, which is
Yeah,
it's kind of weird when you have stories like that where the side character is technically the main character.
yeah,
Now it's like a weird
Mad
sandwich that
Max
you have
Fury
to go
Road.
through.
yeah. Mad Max Fury Road is, of course, the ultimate example. And then,
Yeah.
ironically, in that whole trap sequence, the final decision is actually made by Mario. Mario. which is where he jumps off the cliff, or he jumps off the ledge with the umbrella. She understands how the umbrella works more than anyone else. I mean, good thing he knew that he could do that with the umbrella instead of her. Like it never even crossed her mind. I'm like, maybe that should have been given to her or something, dude. I'm like, it's very awkward. Like, anyway, I
Mm.
think that some of the decision making was very frustrating with this movie. Anyway, Bowser settled in his new thing as a bad guy. Is like, okay, son, you couldn't kill them. I'll do it myself. And then we just get it. This is a Mario reference. This is a one for one OG Mario reference. This whole battle where they jump over Bowser and they cut the bridge, and that's how Bowser dies. That is OG Mario.
Because I thought
Mm.
Bowser was fireproof. I thought he was just
No,
gonna take a bath and get out the lava. Like, oh, I'm chilling. I'm good.
they set it up that no one's, I don't know, they set up that no one's fireproof, but I get what you mean because technically he spits fire, so you know what I mean. So you'd think, but no, 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 no. Um,
But I'm not a dictator. Bing, bada,
but
boop, bop, bow. Oh. Okay, anyway, sorry.
but yeah, actually, now here's the thing. Again, that point of frustration I was talking about where Princess Peach was kicking rocks. Like I said, for me, everything before that about this movie, I hated with the passion of a thousand suns. I think that shit is awful. Like awful, awful,
Wow.
awful, awful. Now I do think this is now from that point onwards is where the movie actually gets better. There's these scenes aren't lingering on themselves. They're not wasting as much time. They're faster, they're crisper
Mm.
cut, there's more movement. And I think the whole movie, the whole final act sequence is a massive improvement on the entire movie, right? Um,
Okay.
and one of the peak moments of that is this moment actually where Bowser seems to die. And then you get this reaction shot of Bowser Jr. being like, no! And he looks dramatic. And Thingamajiggy does the whole fire thing. And you're like, oh, this nigga
Mm.
might have died for real. I thought that was fantastic. I thought that was genuinely good. I,
I thought he was gone. I thought he genuinely died.
yes, but they set up that he didn't, right, with the clues. But the fact that, and you know what I mean? Like the fact that they tricked us,
Okay, but
but
like his speech
mhm.
though, I was like, we had a moment. I was like, what moment? When? Okay.
Yes, Buck. Yes. Yeah, I
When did
think
this
it's
happen?
fascinating.
What was the book club? What books did you read? I'm back to being Bowser. Yeah, okay.
The way that early scene did not resonate with you. I love it so much, bro. Like it just did not resonate with you. You are like, this none of this makes sense. Fair. And the thing
No.
is, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But but you are not letting it go, bro.
This
Fair.
nigga was evil. I'm just saying, the first movie, like the first, it's like the Legend of Bowser. There were the bones and everything. Like people, like Luigi was held over tar pits and everything. Like Bowser was invading. Like what's this? They had to go to Donkey Kong Kingdom to be like, if Bowser wins, we all die. And now all of a sudden, he's in a book club. Okay.
Yeah, it was jarring, definitely. And then when Heavy Metal Bowser gets up, that again, the dramatic thing where the kid runs past Mario, forgets about Mario, forgets about Princess Peach, forgets about everything to just to mourn his dad. Beautiful. And then Rockstar Bowser, his face changes, you see him smiling as something is coming up, and you're like, hot damn. And then I'm just gonna call him Heavy Metal Bowser comes in, comes in looking crazy. He's like, I'm the king of bones. Which is that supposed to mean anything to us? Is that something? I don't know. But
I haven't
yeah,
played that much Mario.
yeah, who knows? But anyway, they do this whole double team thing where they basically he's in all black, like it's leather or something. And of course, Bowser's all rock and things like that. Well, bone. And they go after them. But then Mario's like, "Don't save your wife, your sister, bro. I'll look after these guys. And whatever, that's fine. I think that's beautiful. Um, it's it turns out to not be half the sacrifice you think it is. But anyway, dramatic. They do the splitting up. She goes to go save the day with the umbrella. Um, she does all the cool climbing stuff because that's her thing. Fine. And then the other guys show up, and they got the power boosts, and they do
Come with
the
more. Why did
right.
you bring 4?
Yep. And because they're random anyway, so why not bring more? Yeah, I agree with you.
I would have taken a bucket. I would have taken a wheelbarrow or something.
Yeah, I'm sure there's one where you can carry more. You know what I mean? But nope.
Yeah, eat like one. Like just go through them and just find the one that makes you big, and then just take more.
Yeah, exactly. And then yeah. So now this fight sequence has me with mixed feelings. Because again, like with the last movie, there's rules to fighting. Jackie Chan, Buster Keaton, they've shown us these rules where you see how one step controls another step that leads to another step. And what they did for this one, right, is they kind of pulled the camera back and swung it around a bit to give you a little bit of like a three-dimensional vibe so you can see what's happening in the shot, only for them to go back
Okay.
to something outside the camera is happening, jump in. Oh, okay, this is happening to us now. Something outside the camera is happening, jump in. This is happening to us now. And it's so now it's jarring. Things just kind of happen. And because you can't in your head measure what's going back, what came in the past and what's coming in the future, you don't connect with it. Now you're just watching things happen. Does that make sense?
Also, Yoshi was useless. But
Yeah,
anyway,
there's
Yeah, yeah,
something wrong with it. It's so weird because when you look at what Whedon did in Avengers,
mm,
um, with the Chitauri army all over the place and the Avengers still being able to like sort of, handle all that nonsense.
yeah,
This is, I think, what they should have done with little. I
mm,
mean, they were only dealing with 2 people.
yes,
They tried, don't get me wrong, they tried.
hmm, yes,
But I feel like there were moments like Buck is saying, Yoshi felt useless.
yes.
Luigi was really trying, but I think, yeah, obviously Luigi has to be a plot point
Mm,
um for Mario, you know.
mm,
Um, he has to get injured for Mario to get serious.
mm.
So it
No,
does work,
yes.
but at the same time, there are some things that are just not working. So
here's
Yeah, no,
one thing that doesn't
100%.
work. Here's one thing that doesn't work. So they managed to separate Bowser from his body or whatever the hell it is, right?
Yeah.
And then Bowser Jr. gets really mad
Mm-hmm.
after whatever Luigi drew beats up Bone King Bowser or whatever, or Heavy Metal
Yes.
Bowser. So Bowser Jr. says, "Okay, time for my ultimate move. I'm going to summon a dragon." And he
Yeah.
summons the dragon. And the dragon eats him.
Yes. Now, I think they
Why?
did. Yes, exactly. Why? I think they did such a good job setting up that Bowser comes back to life. Set up as well that what's the word I'm looking for? That Bowser that the thingamajiggy, the
The
that he
paintbrush?
can't control his paintbrush. Yes. Because they never set that up. Do the same
I
thing you
feel
did
like
before.
who's
Because
watching
he
Huh?
was
Bleach here?
waxing everybody with that
This is
paintbrush.
Yes.
basically from Bleach. What's happening with is this Sai from Naruto? What's going on?
Yeah,
No, but like,
exactly.
dog, this is like if Sai summoned the jutsu and the jutsu joined the enemy. I'd be like,
Yeah, when did
what's
you set
happening
this
here?
up? Exactly. Like, when did you set this up? Like, what the hell? That's what you'd
And then
ask yourself.
Mario turns around and he's like, I have to help. Why?
Yeah, not just that, but luckily, these random boxes, I know that this last box is going to be one of the most helpful boxes that has ever existed, ever. Like, how did he know that?
That probably would have helped you solo to both of them if you had used it
Yes,
in the beginning.
exactly. Problem solved immediately, guys. Don't worry, we've got this covered.
Look,
Like, and
and
also,
I don't want nobody to be telling me, well, Bowser Jr. is a kid. Bowser Jr. turned them into children and blew their ship out of space, and sent them to a Jurassic planet.
yeah, it's anime rules, and we all know, and anime rules, kids catch hands as bad as adults. Um, that's how it should go. So I just think that that wasn't explained.
Like Bowser Jr.
Um,
doesn't really pay any consequences for his actions or whatever before he can even
No.
get like guys. I
In
know
fact,
everybody
he
wants to
got
say like
paid.
talk no jutsu, Naruto, Naruto, Naruto. Naruto breaks your spleen and shatters your spine and then talks to you afterwards. You catch a Rasengan first and then you
I
are my
think
friend. Where's the
I
yeah.
Rasengan
think
for Bowser Jr.?
the character that was missing there was like a Vegeta type. Remember Vegeta? It doesn't give a fuck whether you were helping them defeat the villain. If you once threaten to destroy the world, or you're a serious threat, he will kill
Unless
you.
your name is Frieza
So
in Dragon Ball Super. Anyway,
remember how after Kid Buu, Vegeta wanted to kill Majin Buu. And Goku was like, nah, fam, this guy was helping us fight Kid Buu. What are you doing? Vegeta's like, nigga, this nigga, in case one day he wakes up and changes his mind, he must go now. So Goku's like, nah, it's fine, fam. So it's like, bro, this guy is the reason I'm dead. So I'm just saying this to say, Mario should have just said to Luigi, bruh, this is why I didn't want to make this guy a giant in the first place, or whatever is his side. This is why I didn't trust him. Look at him now. He's
Mm.
doing exactly what I knew he was gonna
look,
do.
to be fair,
So
they
this
have a moment like that. I'll give this movie that, but I'm just saying it feels unearned. All of it
but even
feels
the
so
kid, like
unearned.
the kid being swallowed by that dragon, Mario should have just let it be. But because it's a kid's movie and he has to be a hero,
Yeah, there's
that's
no
their moment.
consequences allowed. Yes.
That's crazy.
No, I'm saying at
Kids
least they
don't.
should have, like, if they saved him, they should have still beat him up at the end of it. It's like, yeah, we saved you, but you catch this foot to
You
the
still
face.
cutting his hand.
I think you're not allowed to
You're
beat
still
up
cutting his
Victor
hand.
Von Doom, bro. I think so. I think, because you're a sovereign. Man owns a planet. I don't think you're allowed to just beat him
Oh
up and throw
ho,
him in jail.
oh ho. We in war. I'm whooping your ass.
Yes,
This is
it's
officially an
getting.
invasion. Catch this invasion in Tuana. Like I literally. Oh what?
Well, anyway, guys, when that is happening, meanwhile, on the other side, the power of love is Princess Peach is reaching to Rosalina, but it's not working because the glass is it's a Trelidor glass. She can't get through, so she has to use the power of love. Um,
Which is Frozen. Remember what I was saying about the Frozen reference?
Yeah.
If you
yes.
remember the first Frozen movie,
Mm-hmm. I
that's
do.
exactly what happened. Yeah,
Exactly. No, 100%. And she's blue as well, so that's good. Well, we've got a blue
exactly.
outfit.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
I
the older one.
let it go, gents. Let it go. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
I see,
But anyway,
I
yeah,
see what
so
you
the
did.
power of love works, and then they basically destroy this nigga's entire planet by turning it into a forest. Like, there were people there, and now they aren't. Are they the
Oh,
plants? Are they
also
dead?
like also like again, if you can do that, Peach, what was all of this kung fu about?
It's only when they combine powers, they set that up. They said no,
No, but what
only
I'm
when
trying to
they
say
come.
is like no, but what I'm trying to
Yeah?
say is like Rosalina has powers. Why
Yes.
doesn't Peach have powers?
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, the kung fu thing makes no sense. But then again, Star-Lord never seems to have powers, I guess. So I
No, but
guess that's
Star
the
Lord,
ang
but like Star Lord, the thing is when we meet him, they like what was it? Was it an Infinity? What gave him his half
the
ability powers with his dad? I'm trying to remember now.
He was celestial, and then he survived the Infinity Stone, which was the power one, which is the purple one, I believe. He
Yeah, but
survived the
I'm saying
purple
he also
Infinity
gets
Stone.
celestial powers. I forgot when he gets the celestial powers.
Isn't it from the second one?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah, in
second
the
After
one.
second.
using
Yeah, in
contribution.
the second one.
Yeah.
How did that? Anyway, but what I'm trying to say is that there's something that happens to him that makes him normal. Like he loses his celestial powers. There's nothing here to set up that Peach didn't have her celestial powers at all. Like
That's true.
when they were in the fire pit or whatever, she should have just Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yes. But it's whatever, man. So all's well that ends well. Consequences for no one, well, except for the people of the planet who are dead, I assume. Um,
Oh yeah, they just let Bowser Jr. and Bowser just wander off into the distance. Get back here.
No,
hey, dude,
actually,
they
they
got
not.
genocided, so I guess it's fine.
No, they ended up
No,
in jail.
I'm
There's a post-credit
Rosalina.
scene.
No,
There's
they
a
didn't end up in
post-credit
jail.
scene.
They just ran off.
They did. They ended up in jail. Like I'm saying, there's a post-credit scene.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I didn't
And they
stay for
took
that.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to get out, I guess, so I didn't stick around for a post-credit scene. Damn. So anyway, they go home. Um, And it turns out, oh yeah, Bowser Jr. destroyed the thing. Even though they blame Mario for it, they're like, "What happened to the castle?" And it's like, "What? Oh, the
And I'm like,
castle. About
if
that."
I'm Mario, I would have been like, oh yeah, you know your people who are totally useless? We got invaded and I had to evacuate the entire palace. Also, I had to evacuate the city. So basically, I had to fend off an entire invasion with a super being and a machine with just me, my brother, and my pet Yoshi. Do you train
hmm
anyone here?
Yeah, even in the post, even in the whole thing, like it's like, are you guys planning on helping at all? At least you see them. Okay, no, they do help, I think, building the castle. So there we go. That's the total sum
But
of all they
but
do.
fine. What's the point? We built a castle. Invaders come tomorrow. You all gonna evacuate again? I
I guess so.
Toad King. Toad Kingdom makes me so mad. I don't understand. How are you a kingdom? One person is the entire military and the police. Anyway.
Yeah, but that's the end of the. Well, I guess you want to describe the post-credit scene, bro?
Oh yeah, I guess you
Well,
have
there's
to.
not really much to it. It's just um, Bowser Jr. is trying to dig themselves out of the prison, but then one of the stars is like a warden, and it keeps checking in on them, and it caught them and said, "Oh, so you guys were trying to escape?" And it just started saying some nice things, some nice cute things, but because it's Bowser and Bowser Jr., they felt like it was torture. That's it. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And also, even going back to the ending, like Mario didn't even express his feelings to Peach. It's just the kiss that just insinuated that she likes him too. Like,
Did it even? I just think it was him accommodating. Look, man, here's the prize you get for all the hard work you did. Here's a kiss.
Well,
Uh,
look, it's supposed to be a reference. It's supposed to be a reference to what happens when Mario saves the day or whatever. Because in a lot of Mario games, when he saves Princess Peach, he just kisses him on the cheek, and it's like the end of the game or whatever.
Yep.
So I'm supposing it's a reference to that. I
I
mean,
also think
like
so. Yeah.
again, there was the scene by the Fox ship where she's actively trying to hug him, and he's trying to give out a handshake. Which dumb? I don't understand. I thought he would have just fellas take the hug if the hug is offered. But anyway,
Well, if it, psychologically there's more to the hug in your head, then the hug starts to feel like too much of a step. I get it. When you try to hug someone you got a crush on, it becomes awkward and ridiculous.
dog, she chance it anyway. um, Yeah, but outside of that, I don't think they really progressed the relationship properly in this one. It
No, they
like
never will.
moved a
Yeah.
centimeter. It like
Yes.
moved a centimeter. So okay, great.
Yeah.
All in all, well, that's the end of the movie.
Yep.
If I have to rate this one, I'll give it a 5. Again, I liked the first one more. I just think the first one was a bit more coherent. Bowser really felt like a force. Bowser Jr. does not feel like a force to me, not really. Outside of some of the fight scenes, him getting eaten by his own dragon was just dumb. Um, Again, there's just a bunch of story plots in this thing that I did not like as a whole. I found the jokes really juvenile and annoying. Um, outside one or two jokes that Luigi makes because it's Luigi. Yoshi was whatever,
Mm.
and yeah, the artists did their job, the writers did not, and it's very sad. I hate that. I hate it when that happens. So yeah, 5 out of 10. I think I rated the last one a 6 or something. So yeah, this one is 5.
Oh, damn. Actually,
I
okay.
didn't get this one, even the first one, funny enough. It's just that this one, just like the first one, I was complaining about the stakes. I don't know if you guys remember, I was complaining about the stakes in the first one. This one, I feel
Yes.
like the concept in itself could have been extremely great, but the execution of these ideas fall flat. Um, and the third act doesn't feel like a third act. Maybe it's because I don't know. Maybe I'm older and this is a kid's thing, but there's a big difference between Simba going back to Pride Rock and fighting Scar, and Mario and Luigi trying to battle Bowser, and after winning, just letting them be. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
The third act
it,
was
it
stronger
just
than the first one.
it just feels like the movie had to end, and it ended.
Yeah.
It feels like I was watching a series, an episodic series. Looks like Team Rocket is blasting off again, and then okay, that's it.
No, fair enough. No, definitely.
I think the first fight was
So out of
better.
10, maybe 6.5 out of 10.
6.5.
The
Fair.
graphics for me, the graphics for me are what sold me more than anything. Princess Peach
Mm.
looks so much better than she did in the first one
Oh,
for
yeah.
me.
Did you see there's a part when you know the T-Rex is roaring? If you pay attention, you look at the grass, you can see the individual plants and leaves moving in their own direction according to the wind. Stunning. There's a part where Mario falls in water. You can see the wetness in his hair. Gorgeous. So no, definitely, man. You're right, they were killing it. As for me, I'm basically the same as you guys. 8 out of 10 visually, at least. Brilliant piece of art. Now, in terms of visual storytelling, I actually rank that as a 4 out of 10. I think the cohesion of the story is insane. It's that whole out of camera thing that they're doing where you can't see what's gonna happen outside. You can't understand what's happening outside the camera's range because everything just keeps happening so suddenly. So you can't build a flow of momentum to it that you would have been able to in like maybe say that again, we can't be comparing diamonds to coal, but I'm gonna say the Agni Kai or Battles of Helm's Deep to like try and give you an idea of things. So I just thought that stuff was terrible. First half of the movie, 3 out of 10. Again, it was hanging around, slow, terrible, just awfulness outside of that one fight, which of course I said I loved the most. And then, of course, in my opinion, the third act picks it up because it wants to go home, like you said. Um, Altogether, I'm just gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. And even then, I'm being so generous. Yeah, 5 out of 10.
My
All
5 is
right.
just based on the art and the art direction. Like I think that
Mm,
stuff is just phenomenal, and the voice work is okay. Nobody's objectively terrible in terms of voice work.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, this story
No, I mean
cohesion.
even Brie Larson does a good job as Princess
Oh, she
whoever.
was Rosalina.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that was Brie Larson.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Might as well make her unique, bro. Like Brie Larson sounds like a person, dude. That's it. Like that's why I like voices like Chris Rock and that Nate Rose guy. I just think when you have a unique voice, sometimes it gives you bonus points, man.
I
But yeah,
mean, some of
anyway.
them don't have unique voices, but they're really good at portraying
Yes.
certain characters very
Oh
well.
no.
So I
Yes,
know what you're
100%.
saying, but
Yeah.
also I think the character of the fox, man, or the wolf, whatever that character is.
Oh,
Hmm.
Star Fox.
Yeah.
So your ship stops working and you disappear. I feel like the fox should have been, heavily involved, but it's kind of the same feeling that I got when I watched Love and Thunder, where Valkyrie all of a sudden is not part of the battle for what reason?
Yeah,
Mm.
she's not even injured. She's just
Because
like,
she's
I'm
in the way
good.
of the plot. Yeah. No. Yeah. She's in the way. She got to get
I
out of the
hate
way of
it
the
when they
plot,
do.
guys.
I hate it when they do that shit. I get it. Odin is sleeping in the first one,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
okay, every time he's not gonna be on screen so that Thor can shine. Come on, like no.
It pisses off us power scalers. If you're a power scaler, then this movie will piss you off. I think we even said this in the last movie as well. If you're a power scaler and you watch this, you're gonna be like, none of this makes sense. And I think it continues
Mm,
with this movie as
No,
well.
but like again, when you say power scaling, because again, this is also another debate. People understand power scaling is important simply because it's within the rules of the story that you set up. It's not
Yes.
because I need to know who can beat who. It's because I need to know what the stakes are. Like the reason why
yeah.
Yes.
Super Saiyan is impactful is because when they power scaled it, Frieza was the strongest dude in the show. There was nobody there that could take him. So if Frieza wanted to destroy the planet, there was nothing they could do. So they power scaled, and then Goku came with Super Saiyan. He beats Frieza, and it makes sense. Power scaling,
Yes. It's
right?
about internal
Same.
logic. Yes.
Yes, it's about internal logic. It's the same with Naruto and Madara. Madara is the strongest ninja that we've ever seen or whatever. I mean, outside of Hashirama, but anyway, that's another story on its own. But yeah, Madara is so scary that he was the second strongest ninja in the world, or whatever. So when he drops and he drops 1,000 ninja in the war, whatever, you're like, oh
Hmm.
shit, he means business. It's going to take a lot to stop him, etc., etc., etc. That's what power scaling is to set up stakes, especially when you're dealing with the powers and combat and all of that stuff. And people power scale all the time. Sometimes it's intelligence scaling, it's not just power scaling,
Mm.
but it's about internal logic to set up the stakes so that the stakes make sense. If
Yes.
you do a Jason Voorhees movie and then the guy he's chasing turns around and knows kung fu and can dismantle Jason Voorhees, it stops being a horror movie because now the internal logic is ruptured. Jason is not the
Yeah.
strongest or the most deadliest person in the plot anymore.
Mm.
Exactly.
Anyway,
So yeah, I think that's it, man. Cool,
all right, I guess I'll
guys.
take us out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for lasting up until this point. If you were a fan of Super Mario Galaxy Hare, it did not do it for me. I think the first one is better. Yeah, but let us know your thoughts in the description down below. I'm pretty sure if you are a Mario fan, you'll have things to say, but please don't WhatsApp us, comment down below, and all of that good stuff. What was your favorite Mario? Did you like this movie actually, or did you agree with us? Did you hate the movie? Let us know in the comment section down below and all of that good stuff. And also, bonus additional question: what was your favorite Mario game coming up? Let us know in the comment section down below. Mario Kart, what's this Odyssey, all of that stuff. Just list one that was your favorite growing up, and all of that good stuff. And yeah, please follow everybody that you've seen on the panel over here, and we will see you all in other videos because we have to be out for now. Bye, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.